Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Sunday. I'm so glad you're with us today. We have an incredible show. We usually do, don't we? On Sundays especially. It is an incredible day for jewelry because we have something that is returning that we have not seen in a very long time as far as gemstones. And this is it's an extremely important stone. And we don't get to see it all the time. It's been a while since we created a new piece for this stone, and it is Russian demantoid. Now, there is a really important stone. Of course, we know our diamonds are important. We know our colored diamonds are important, but this is actually like a better version of. It's certainly more rare, but it's also got more dispersion. We're going to see a big size today. Now, historically, I know it's not something we see all the time, so you may not be super familiar with it, but I'll give you a little heads up about what it's all about and why it's so expensive and why it is so difficult to find, in addition to the fact that it's just mined out. We're going to bring you a larger stone. This is a carat 40 that we have, so it's going to be a really important stone, great mounting as well, but it's also going to be an incredible value for you. So if you're looking for the ultimate collector's item, got that for you coming up. Now, also, mentioned to you yesterday that we have a very important necklace. I'm getting to wear it today. I'm so excited to be able to wear something so important and special when it comes to yellow diamonds. We've been doing a fair share of yellow diamonds when it comes to rings and some earrings here and there. We've got our own version of our dangling diamonds by the yard, which I know you've loved in white diamonds. We're going to bring it to you in very large yellow diamonds, not the smaller stones, but really important sizes. So that's coming up. Tanzanite is here. We've got some incredible wheels that are blowouts and discounts on major black opals and also some really important sapphires. And it's going to be a day when I would love your requests. I got about 10 or 12 items here. So it's going to be a day when we really want to hear from you and what you'd like to see, because we really need about 150 to 200 items per show. So I'm going to really open it up to you. You've heard of like request days, or when you're, remember back in the days when you were out celebrating on the weekends and it was all about, the DJ would take your request. Maybe you've been at a wedding where they said, okay, now you give us your request. Well, this is where I'd love your request today, because we want to show you whatever it is you want to see. And if that's something that we have or anything similar to what we have, we'll bring it on out, give you that great value, and make you very happy. So isn't that what jewelry's about? The joy of jewelry. And it really is exciting. Now, we've got a couple Sari pieces today. I know that is always exciting. We've got some hoop earrings. I've actually got two varieties, some larger and some smaller. Going to give you two very cool price points. And then we have a necklace coming up. And we also have one ring. So that's it in Sari. So I'm lucky to have 4 pieces today. That's nice. And usually there's 2 or 3. So we'll see those on the way. And anything else you'd like to see, please let us know. Give us a call and we'll help you out. And there's emerald today too. I know emeralds have been very popular the last couple of days. So I've got a beautiful Colombian emerald. It's a 1 carat. It's going to be a very affordable price tag. Some moonstone has made its way to the show. And then stick around for that Russian demantoid and our yellow diamonds in the drop style. They're going to be 5 of the stones, and there's going to be a full carat total weight. So they're nice big stones. And we do have the one Asher cut in a Tanzanite. So, and also if you made a request yesterday, we probably got it. So again, let me know what you'd like to see. We're going to start with something in a necklace. I'm going to show you our Sari piece that is our kind of miniature smile necklace, if you will. And this is very, very important. Let me clear off our wheel. Now, this is 5 stones. Remember the other day we had one with, I think it was 9 stones. We've got the 5 stones here. It's 1130019 to get you started. What do you think? Yellow champagne, kind of a light pinky fawn there, and also a more chartreuse green, and then another champagne. So 5-stone style in Sari. It's 90 points in diamonds, so you got plenty of diamond weight among those 5, and in a solid yellow gold chain. That will be your 14 karat yellow gold, and it's going to be our multicolor design. Now, when we had the smile necklace the other day, was it popular? Let's take a look at this from a distance here so you can see it on the hand, and then we'll show it on the neckline. Excuse me, as I like to do. Sorry guys, I'm going to make sure I get some water on the early side here today. Instead of waiting, yesterday I waited like 2 hours and 40 minutes in the show. I was a little late for water. Might need some on the earlier side. I don't know, maybe I'm not the only one. If you're a football fan, you probably did your fair share of screaming yesterday. I know I did. So I was very happy with the outcomes, I must say. Everyone I rooted for did their best and got their victory. So I'm very excited. But anyway, not a lot of voice today, I will tell you that. And I know better. But 90 points in the diamonds. Let's show it to you on as well, so you can see it here. And plus, you'll get a little sneak peek of what's coming up later, but how beautiful they could even layer together if you wanted to. So we got options in necklaces, but remember, they are limited as always. So our yellow diamonds coming up, that's going to be the 1 carat style you see a little bit later. I opted to wear it at that 16-inch length, and then you can see here there's adjustability, so you can wear it at 16, 17, or 18. We'll go back up close so you can see what this is all about. And one only, and it's under $1,000. Gives you a really good indication of what what we're going to see today as far as values go, and we're going to take this on down below even $1,000 or $999. Let's make it $888 for the first caller. Stays in the yellow gold, of course, and you see those really fine diamonds, and yes, the adjustability. There's a good up close of that lobster claw closure, and then of course all that adjustability we're so proud to give you so that you can wear it any length you need of the 3 classic lengths there, and that will be $888. Okay, so we have one there, and then also, like I said, if you made a request yesterday, might very well be here today, so give us a call. And then also we have the really big earrings. I'm going to show you opal. I've got we've got about 3 or 4 new items here. I'm going to show you that really important. We've been seeing some great copper bearings of late. I'm going to show you a beautiful copper bearing that's on the way, and then I think Jason's got that one, or one of the 3 callers that's all dialing in right now. Shows us where our delay's at, so we'll just keep on moving, and I should probably slow it down because we don't have a ton of items here today, but again, I'm just relying on your requests, and I know we'll get some of those. But look at this. This is a fun one. This is a big opal, very large in size, of course, and so thrilled to bring you. I love any opals. Yeah, you want the necklace? All right, Jason's got the necklace. Thank you so much. And here we are now talking about opal. And I better zoom back. That's my job. So let me make sure that we get you a full picture zoom here so you can see all of that gorgeous stone. It is definitely elite, isn't it? It is no doubt one of the brighter, better, bolder stones that we see there, and just absolutely stunning, is it not? It's the crystal opal, but it's still giving you a lot of color, because sometimes crystal opals, they can be a little dull, they can be a little lifeless. Not this stone. It's 112-6043, and thank you on that necklace, and way to go. We do have 1 ring to match the necklace, and then we'll have those hoop earrings, 2 varieties of hoop earrings in the day. So that's going to be very exciting. And I'm so thrilled because we've had so many fans of the hoop earrings. So we'll bring you a few more today to get you all set up with your Sari designs. But this is our big, big opal. It is huge, $579 already in the size, but it's also going to be larger look than that. Gives you about a 12 karat look, really. And it's in platinum, and it does have 20 points in the diamonds as well. So we're thrilled to see that. It's going to be a stack of 5 on either side. So 10 different diamonds there, makes them a good size. And then you've got that really important platinum mounting, which we will size for you. So you can get any size you need. And if you're a platinum fanatic, well, there you go. And we'll take it on over to the hand here so you can see what this one's going to look like on, because that's what's going to prove to you. It's going to show you a little more color than what you're seeing here, but it's also going to give you that amazing, when I pick it up, it's totally different. It's got a golden base. You see purples, blues, greens, reds, pinks, all the colors. So just rest assured, I know this isn't always, you know by now, TV is not the most friendly light for any opal, whether it's black opal or crystal or any other. So expect to see a lot even more bold color when you see it in person, as you will when you get it home. So if you like it now, you're just going to like it even more when you see that in person in a more normal light environment than this one is. And we're going to take it on down and blow it out. It's not going to be $39.99. Got a new price, and look at that, all natural through and through. I'll take you on a little tour here, show you the inside so you can see how that stone is indeed natural throughout, and then it's got those amazing colors to it. And you see, really interesting how they did a very nice, it's a long but narrow prong. Sometimes my beef with opals is, especially as they get larger, they're tougher to set because being cabochon cut. So, sometimes the prongs out of necessity have to get a little bit bulky. That's not the case here. It's still secure. Obviously, we would never set it if it wasn't, but you've got the security, but also I just point those details out because those are the things I'm a stickler about as a designer. And so I really appreciate when other designers take that into account and really go that extra mile to make sure every aspect of your ring is really created with the best of design elements. And that's it right there. And it's only going to be, we're not even doing $2,000 or $19.99. And by the way, Jason, I'd love to know who's shopping with us so early this morning. Oh, Barbara in New York, thank you so much. Barbara, thank you. I appreciate you being with us, and way to go and way to pick up that big value to start. We got a lot of them today, and again, yellow diamonds on the way in the necklace that I'm wearing, so stick around for that. But this one's going to be under $2,000 or $1,500 when you get that incredible size. You see how there's a yellow glow that comes through there, but also, like I said, purples, a lot of purple elements come through as well as almost a base color and just every other color of the rainbow. So we're going to bring this one down. Oh, Lydia, that's a great request too. She probably heard demantoid and said, I saw a demantoid and I'd like to see it again. So Lydia, you've got it coming up. But here we are, one only, not 15 or 14 or $13.99. Boy, the blowouts are here. If you were with me really since Wednesday, Wednesday is really what kicked off a week of probably some of the most epic values we've seen in like a decade of doing this, and it's really been exciting. So I hope you're enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying giving them to you. But let's take this even further down then. No, not 13. I'm going to make it $12.99 first caller on this one and make it really simple and easy to get a tremendous opal. It's beautiful. And again, the neons are coming through. It's less of the primary colors and more of that true neon that we love to see. So just again, bold as can be, fantastic piece, only $12.99. Lydia, we've got your request here. It's the largest demantoid we have. I will show you the Russian stone later. We have a Namibian stone. I love both. They're both highly dispersive stones, and we enjoy having them here. So we will see those. Yes, it is. Hi, Risa. Risa's joining us from New York as well. New York's in the house today. I love it. So excited to have you with us. And thank you all so much for being here. And yes, we are excited about this one. Okay, so $12.99. Let me show Lydia's request here. So I showed this the other day. What a piece it is, and it still reigns supreme as the top of the demantoids we've had, and this would be the incredible custom made. This is the Namibian stone, which has a subtle, and it's very subtle. I'll show you the difference in my Russian stone just so you know what's coming up, because I'd never want you to say, oh, well, this one I like, and then find out you like something better later. So what I'll do is I'll give you everybody a quick flash here of what's coming up, and you can also see the size difference. So that's the big differential between the colors. So you see how the Russian's a little bit more maybe in comparison lime green on the right, where you have that subtle, and I mean subtle. Nobody's going to say it's blue, but it is what I call that light blue undertone to the greens. So it's a little bit different than your true neon green. We all know there's a lot of different color ranges of any color. So you got, again, and I'm someone who loves color and loves fashion and loves gems, and I appreciate all those different aspects, and note that there are always subtle differences there. And this is where I point out the Namibian stones, if you have, like, again, you want less neon, this is the way to go. It's also our 18 karat gold design. It's 115291. It's been here a very long time. And it needs a great home, because as much as we love looking at it and love bringing it to you, it is so exotic and so well priced and such a discount, because I remember when I got here, and this was one of the pieces that actually, convinced me to come here. I was, happily working somewhere else, and TVON was kind of new and still kind of a fledgling network, we'll call it. I think that's a very true statement there. And they said, we need some help. We want to really, grow this into what we think it has potential to be. So they kind of poached me, if you will. And now this was one of the pieces that when I was kind of thinking about, okay, so what are we thinking about TVON jewelry? Wasn't real familiar with it because it was so new, and checked it out. And this was one of the pieces that actually, I know it was a long time ago, but it's true. This is one of the pieces they said, well, this is an example of what we have and what we do, and the kind of level of what we bring. And sure enough, I said, well, that's it wasn't the only consideration, but certainly it definitely gives you an idea. It's kind of that boastful, show it off what you can do, give everybody that incredible value that when this was something I looked at nearly a decade ago, it was $25,000, and I thought, if that's a value that can be brought with the quality of that level, then that's something I want to be a part of. And yet here we are with a better price so many years later when everything's gone bonkers. So it's kind of like, okay, this is a really incredible value. And for $24,999, sure, that's one thing. I'm going significantly less than that. And that's why you want to dial in. It's a request, and yet, again, it's first caller to get it. I don't have any way of knowing who's on the phone lines when they are until well after the fact. So it really is something you got to call early on. But this is also 20 points in the yellow diamonds and 86 points in the white diamonds, and all 18 karat solid gold, of course, which is all custom made, because you don't have mountings that this just routinely fits into. It's even a more fancy cut trillion. Trillions are always an element of fancy. You saw the undergallery there, but it's being a little more elongated on two of the sides. So it's really just, it's special in every respect. And that's what I appreciate so much about it. But it's also going to be better than even $15,000. So there was $10,000 off a while back, and now it gets even a better price. And here's what it looks like on the hand. And boy, there's nothing like a striking green, right? This is the way you get it. Look at that, like a shield design overall, the way everything is custom around it. It's a beautiful look. You can see there. I even love the way this kind of tucks in there. See how the band's not straight across? It comes and meets with the point more or less of the stone. So it's those details. And again, I'm always going to point those out, because if you're not really, not everyone's detail oriented or notices the way that, we look at a finished product of jewelry and we see the overall aesthetic, and I'll flip it around here real quick just so you can see the other direction. But sometimes it's interesting to point out why a piece looks the way it does. Why does it look specialty? Why is it extra detailed? What makes it designer? What gives it those attributes that we just are amazingly attracted to when it comes to, oh, I like that. And those are the kind of little details that I appreciate appreciate about this design. And it's not even going to be 14,000. We'll go back up close and take another look at it and give you a better value than even 15 or 14 or 13. And this is where, again, if you know these stones, you cannot find one, let alone afford one. I mean, that's just, again, we talked about this the other day, and really with purple Paraibas, it's like, okay, we give you a great value, but the other maybe more pressing matter is that where else would you even find them in this world? And we're going to blow it out right now for $99.99. So a big time value there on our $391. And again, the Russian stone that I'm going to bring you later is a carat 40, which is also a very large size, but nothing's going to compare to the 4 carat. So I'd love to see that one get a home once and for all after all these years where it's been safely tucked into a vault. It's actually been in its own vault. This is one I know you need like a special, what is it, one of those like fingerprint scanners to get into, because it's with the really, really, you know, precious. It's like when you go into the museum and there's a certain wing that's got a little extra security, when it's all valuable, it's all priceless, and then there's that extra special wing that you go into. Same thing with our inventory where, okay, a little extra special here with the value of that really wild demantoid. So it's a beauty, isn't it? We'll get to another Sari piece coming up. It's our only ring of the day from this designer, so we'll bring it out, and it's got multiple rows of the fancy colors. Hi, Kirsten. Thank you so much. And anybody else who has anything going on with requests, you get those in, and we will we'll help you out there. So this is really something, isn't it? So that's going to be gone in a hurry. And then take a look at this. Here's our new band. Oh, yeah. Now, this is pretty traditional in that it's really where we started with this collection. Of course, a big designer that we are all really taken to here and we're enjoying seeing. But this is 1130013, and it's a carat 75 of the diamonds in a triple row, but they are staggered, which I always think makes it a little more interesting, especially the way the outside edges are going to be a little bit stacked. So you don't see just, you know, the basic band where, you know, how bands usually have one kind of straight edge side on either end, and that's about it. This is really the 3 rows, but staggered in such a way so they create that beautiful look. I mean, really, it's actually depends on how you look at it, right? But sometimes you look at it and go, is it 4 rows? Is it 5 rows? It's because of the beautiful kind of puzzle piecing them together the way that they are. It's also a carat 75 in the diamonds, which are all fancy colors. Now, there's different designs, and yet this one's going to be in the yellow and green and champagnes. And I say that not just 3 colors there, but it's different tones of each of those as well. So that's really, really important. You've got some lighter greens, some brighter greens, some more pastels, same with the yellows. It's really more yellows and greens, very few champagnes in this one, I would say, which really does up the rarity. If you had more browns, that's a fawn over here. See how it's got a little pinky purple element to it. And again, that's what's fun about these designs, is that they usually are a mix of colors. So it's really fun to look at them and admire them for the long term. It's not just, oh yeah, I like that, and you know, I'm going to see it once and know what it looks like. You're always going to find and discover new aspects of your designer pieces here, and I'm thrilled we have it. And you know what, we've got one and we're going to blow it out, and this one is remarkable because usually they've been such awesome values, coming down to like usually $1,000 a carat with free gold and free labor. This one is even better than that. If we could do it at $19.99, or I could take it right down to $1,000 a carat and make that easy and make it basically $1,750. But the truth is, if you can be quick, you are rewarded in the biggest and best way here. It is simple and easy to afford designer jewelry here. We do it all the time. This time we're actually introducing, and we've been doing this for the last couple of weeks, where it's a name that you know beyond just the walls of TVON. It's something you're familiar with. You've seen elsewhere. You've probably seen in retail stores. You've probably seen on maybe even as you flip through the dial, or maybe you just stay on that dial somewhere else in the other hours we're not on, and you're seeing and noticing, yeah, I've seen that name, but it's a lot of money. This is the way to get that big saving, because that is what we believe in, big values, and we bring them all the time. But this one on the designer, which is even more impressive because, again, who has the freedom to take other people's jewelry and discount it? Well, we are. And so you're not even paying $1,750. Again, that is $1,000 a carat. If we're doing free gold, and by the way, you can't get basic white diamonds for $1,000 a carat, let alone all these natural, unusual, exotic colors that we have here, which is even more important. There's no doubt about that. It's more important. It just is. They're more valuable. Here's what it looks like on. Don't forget about that demantoid, which is here. And then take a look. And on the opal is also here too. And then look at the way, you know I love a band that's going to go all the way side to side. Without being an eternity band, those are downright uncomfortable. If you ask me, I have one. And boy, I need to sell that thing because I never wear it. And it's big. It just digs into your fingers. This stops at exactly the right point there. So it's just going all the way from side to side, no matter what your ring size is, but always looking complete. And that is not $17.50 or $16.99 or $15.99. We have one. Come on in. It's yellow gold only. It's going to be sized for you as well, which I'm pretty sure that designer does not do if you go pay full bore retail at their store. I don't think they're sizing for free. I don't know anybody who's sizing for free. I really don't. I was at a store the other day. Like I said, I have to go in and check every now and then and check with a local jeweler to see what, because obviously as gold changes, so do the costs of sizing up or down. And people think all the time, oh, I'm going to get money back. Like, let's say I'm taking a size 10 to a size 8. Do I get money back? No. There's a lot of labor involved, but that's not how it works. And I was out just, doing some double checking on sizing costs here. Obviously, we live in Los Angeles. Things might be a little different than where you live. But again, it's like crazy money. I was there the other day. It's $800 per size, up or down. $800. If you went up 2 sizes, that's 2 sizes difference would be more than I'm asking for this entire ring, and we do the sizing for you. So it arrives ready to wear, it's good to go. You're not running around having to worry about that or the cost or the time or I don't know about you, but I don't even like leaving my jewelry with someone else. I like it being in my possession. I'll make this $1,499. Now that is how you do it, guys. That is how you make it yours. And we'll give it 30 seconds because it's probably already gone. And then do we even dare show the hoops early? We've got 316 hoops, the big ones. Like I said, there are 2 sizes of Sari hoops today. And so we're going to give you a large 316 option or the smaller that are going to be, well, not that small, just under a carat. And so let me know. And then 391 still here if you want the 391 fancy cut demantoid, or maybe you just want to hang out and wait and see the Russian stone we have. That's going to be, yeah, it's a little bit less, but not a whole lot. So the demantoid out of Namibia is a great way to go because it's just been so discounted throughout the years. And then $14.99 on this one, which is well under $1,000 a carat for all those incredible diamonds and the yellows and the greens. I mean, it's quite a few greens there. And we'll keep on moving. And then, oh, wait till you see this new moonstone we have. One of our bigger jumbo sizes of moonstone is going to be coming up as well. And that's going to be here. Hi, Carrie. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for your kind words. Look at this. This is the huge. Look at this. It's elongated. We haven't seen one like this. Thank you on the ring. All right. Look at how stunning. This is probably, well, it's huge. I don't know about the carat weight. I don't think it's the largest carat weight we've had. But as far as the visual dimension, it is the largest, and it's incredible. And yet, let's go back. Okay, now we've got the whole picture here. It's 1130038. This is 5 carats almost. It's a 4 carat 97 moonstone. I'm really surprised at how affordable this is, especially when you hear this diamond weight, which is also very fancy because you're putting together a double halo. But look at how the first halo differs from the outer, and then we keep the diamonds going down the sides. Now it's in white gold, but you can change it. I don't think you can, but it says you can, but I don't think that one you can change. I don't know if you would. I'll put it that way. Most of our moonstones are going to be really looking, I think they're best in the white gold. There's the finishing there. Look at that color from behind. So it's interesting. There's a different orangey red glow from the back, and then from the front, when it hits the light, it's like a golden, think like sunrise. I saw the sunrise this morning. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I was up well before the sunrise. Saw the sunrise, gorgeous sunrise today, gorgeous sunset last night. We've really just, again, we're seeing that. It's like the dawn of the beautiful moonstone, and yet, who says the moon isn't coming out during the day? Yeah, there's Mr. Sun. He's happy. So this is what we're going to do. We've got this huge size. Wait till you see it on the hand. And the diamond weight, also very large. It is going to be a carat 30 in diamonds. A carat 30 First, look at that individual halo. And of course, this is all custom done. This is all beautifully set. Like again, that's elongated. So this was all 100% custom the whole way. Something that you consider when we make you jewelry here, how lovely that is and how there's no extra expense for all that customization. But you've got the 497 with the carat 30, and that first halo is actually baguettes and huge rounds. Then it goes out from there, and you've got the smaller row of rounds beyond that. And then you saw that finishing, which allows you to see inside deeply in the stone. Look at that, how it's green from one angle and golden from another, more orangey pink from the back side. Look at that glow of purple from the back, neons. And yet this whole ring in this VS diamond weight, look at it on the hand because you're going to see a little lower light here, so you're going to see even more of the beautiful color. I mean, seriously, the stone to own, and look at all that customization. Just really pretty the way that's done. And we have got it, well, should be $8,999. Crazy good value for, I think, anybody's reference point on moonstone of this caliber. It's that really beautiful private collection faceted material we adore. And again, look at that. The sheen is only temporary because that's just this light when the light hits it, but look at all the colors. Some of the most dynamic colors. And moonstone is a gem that's going to look a lot bigger than it weighs, somewhat like our emeralds and our opals do as well. But this one, never really have we had anything that elongated, so it really ends up looking more like a 9, 10 carats, somewhere in that range. We're going to blow it out right now. It's not going to be $89.99. Beautiful thing on a brand new item. To see these kind of discounts when we've got brand new really is what makes it so wonderful. You know, a lot of people said, oh, well, the sale's over. I don't know if I can shop. Oh, we have shown you, if there is one thing I've proven all week long, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Saturday morning and today is going to be like these values are. A lot of you have pointed out, aren't these better values than what we even saw during the sale event? I would say absolutely yes, and I know because I'm doing them. So this is really an important time to get, yes, brand new you've not seen. Check this out. It's our better than $89.99. You've got a huge value coming your way. It's not even half that. $4,500 would be wonderful. I remember when we had something similar weeks ago and how popular it was and how many people missed out. That ring was $4,500. This is going even lower, and it's new right now, and you get it for only, you know what, Skip, 45 or 44. Let's go all the way to that value, that rock bottom. I'll make it $3,999. It's going to find its home in a hurry. So that is the big moment right there. And here we are, $39.99, one caller. That's it, one only. And then we'll move on. We got the hoops, we got the demantoid, we've got a new, oh, we have a tsavorite that's a heart shape, and then we have the new emerald coming up, and we have some diamond drop earrings. Now, yesterday we had the 7.5 carat diamond earrings. You remember, if you weren't with me, you might want to ask about those if you want to see those. They're all fancy colors, but then we have, and by the way, there's that ring. Just a little quick drive-by on our diamond ring. That was the carat 75. But we are also looking forward to some diamond drops in white diamonds today. We've got that opal from earlier. Let's not forget about that. Demantoid here. By the way, the opal, the color diamond, all that. You let me know if you want anything. We move pretty quickly so that we can keep on rocking, and then we'll wait to hear from you guys and see what's gone after the fact. So maybe we just get into these hoops because they're the huge hoops in diamonds. There are fabulous Sari pieces. We're so thrilled to bring them to you. Let's show you. I've actually got two pairs. So what I'm going to do is show you both because they might be a little bit different. You know, these are collections of diamonds, so no two are going to be exactly alike. So what I'm going to do is, since I have two pairs, I'm going to show you the first pair here. Oh, okay. Very dark saturated stones here in those big greens, and I see lavenders, and I see, well, look at this. That's another one there. So that's hoop one, and then we have pair number two here, so we can show you. And wasn't it just yesterday we bought you a 3 carat white diamond hoops? Now we're bringing to you even more. See how these are a little more pastel. So it just kind of depends. Do you like the lighter shades or the deeper shades? They're all going to give you the variety of diamonds, but I do want you to choose which one you like the best. So slightly lighter here, and that's kind of the fun of it. Remember, they're on other opposite sides of your face. So, you know, it's not like, you know, the earrings are not, never does an earring really need to be exactly perfectly matched because they're not going to be super side by side. But I do want to show you left versus right because you see it's a slightly lighter shade. It's all really the same types of colors, but just a slightly lighter variety there if you're looking at the right side, and a little more saturation on the left. And we've got item number 113. I'm still not used to these 113s. It's been like 3 years of saying 112. So here we are. 1130024 is going to be our item number here. And yet this is wild what I'm about to do. So you can see you're going to choose. So I do want you to just remember that there are a lot of TVON lovers that know to be on the phone lines very, very quickly. Especially when there's an option like this, and you are getting over 3 carats, because it was just yesterday we brought you 3 carat even. These are over. We're going to get you 316 in diamonds here. You just simply let us know. Please dial in early, because the earlier you dial, you're going to end up getting the one you want. And I don't want you to miss out, because you've got that opportunity right now, this golden opportunity. And gold it is. 14 karat gold. And wait till you see these from the sides, because I was noticing earlier, I was looking at these hours ago and I was thinking, there's a lot of gold in these earrings. And they're supporting a lot of diamond weight, so there should be a lot of gold. But you look at the way it's formed on the side. There's a great depth of gold. They have the little button release, which is always nice. So you're not pulling them apart. You're not, bending your post and one day suddenly it's not working the right way, or it's not holding the right way. This always, always is fabulous. But again, 316 in diamonds. You can't beat that. We've not had that. We had a 336 once. They sold out about 2 weeks ago. They were the inside out style, but also white diamonds. We've never done anything like this in a colors of diamond hoop. And the good news is when you see them on, you're going to see the payoff with the double row up front. So it gives you that much more width to them, as well as the length. Now, yes. Thank you on the moonstone. Enjoy that beautiful moonstone. And then let me know which one you like here. I'm going to take one and borrow one here so you can see what it's going to look like from a distance with the ruler. Let me see where my ruler is this morning, and then we'll show you here. I'm just going to borrow this one, and we're going to show you from a distance. But this is what I mean by that side profile. Look how chunky they are. And this doesn't mean heavy. It doesn't mean like, ow, those are going to hurt, those are going to pull, or what have you. This is really just, again, just well made. It's a lot of gold. We don't reference that. We talk about diamond weight, but you've got something significant here. And then you see they are that happy size there with 7/8 of an inch, which is a little more than, 3/4, but not quite an inch. So in that great realm, you've got the easy button opening, and then they're going to open up as wide as you need them to. They could even go a little further if you need. And so we'll show them to you on. But again, do you want the lighter or the darker? You just let me know. It's a very subtle difference. I don't think anybody else would even bother showing you the differences, but I really want you to know always exactly what you're getting. Now here's what they look like from a distance, because that's also going to be important too, just to see that that width that they give you. So you can see how much, like, again, a little more drama than your basic, because you've got that wider style, and they bow out. So they do like the opposite of the hourglass, where they get a little bit whiter, and then, but nothing too overdone, and nothing that takes them like, oh, I'm not going to wear those a lot. You will wear them all the time. And there's nothing they won't go with. And you're going to be, again, do you remember what we did on the ring? Really good value, where it was gone in seconds. We're going to make sure you get the earrings at a wonderful value as well. But again, it's really time to dial, especially if you have a preference on which one you like. Otherwise, you're going to end up with whatever somebody else doesn't want. So make sure you dial in early, and hopefully it just works out really, really well. But let's go back up close and just show you how they're going to be priced. Instead of this, because I know I'm looking at $79.99, and that's all fine and well, but we are offering sale pricing still on brand new that you've never seen before. And that does not happen anywhere. I don't care what you're shopping for. You don't see brand new on sale, especially in fine jewelry, and we've got it here. So this is your moment right now. Let me know which one you like, left or right. They are a pair. You can see how they coordinate together, but we will take them. Even though these are much bigger stones than what we saw in the ring. We saw that. The ring had a carat 75. They were smaller stones. These are actually, this is a lot fewer stones per earring here than the ring had. You've got that beautiful saturation. They get all graduated because the sizes of the diamonds are changing as well. So as you have the wider hoop through the middle, that's where the larger stones are, and then they get a little bit smaller as they go to the top and the bottom of the hoop, but they're not even close to 79. Again, you want to be on the phone lines early today. We've got so many one-of-a-kinds to get through, so many gorgeous pieces to show you. Lots of, again, this is our second to last Sari piece, because the necklace is gone, the ring is gone. We'll have one more pair of earrings. Let me just flash them so that you know if you want to wait a little bit here for the smaller. Let me just show you. This is going to be smaller pave, and they're smaller in stature. You know what I would do? Oh, you guys know what I would do. I'd put that one on in the primary and this one right behind it in the second. And this one's going to be all finished on the inside. So that's what's coming up. And we may do them back to back here. Why not? But here's what I'll offer for you instead of $79.99. Okay? So the smaller ones are coming up. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll probably do them next, but these have to sell out first. They have to, and they will. no question, no doubt. Call me quickly. Why are you waiting? Don't wait. You know these values have been amazing. There's a reason why every single piece outside of the 742 drop earrings I had yesterday, which also would be lovely. Again, if you want to see those again, you missed them yesterday, there were 742 fancy colored diamond earrings here yesterday from the same designer, Sari. So if they're, I think they're still hanging out. So if you want to see those, let me know. We can show them to you. They were 88, by the way. So not all that far away from where these are supposed to be, but we're taking these lower for you and making everything disappear today. So take a look at this, and we will not do 79 or 69 or 59. These are the big ones. What if we do $39.99? Because I told you and showed you how much gold there is, how wide, how structured, how much status they have. Get ready for this, though, because they're not even going to be, and again, do you want pair number left or right? Did I just say pair number left or right? Yes, we could say 1 or 2, or you can say left or right, or you can say darker or lighter, whatever you want. Just let me know, because I'm going to put your name on that pair. But they will not be 39. They will not be. They're not even 35. They're not even 34. What if we did 33, 32, maybe even 31.99? But remember, these are heavy gold weight. Earrings are always costly, more so because they have so much workmanship. It's a lot of the, again, mechanism you've got to create. This is not easy to do. And what we're going to do right now is make them less than $3,000. They are $29.99 first caller, and, well, first caller to tell me which one you like. And that's going to be it. Left or right design, let me know. We've got 30 seconds with those. Under 1,000 a carat, even when the diamonds get overall huge in total cumulative weight, but also when you're seeing the bigger individual sizes like you have, it's just hard to believe what we're doing there for that earring. And again, nowhere else can you buy this designer if you worked for this designer, because I know people who do. If you worked for this designer, if you traveled the world with this designer, because I say that because they do a lot of, they have a lot of their jewelry all across international waters, cruise ships, things like that. That's oftentimes where that jewelry is sold. There are people that travel with the designer to literally showcase the goods, and they are never this price. You can work for the manufacturer that they do, and you're never going to find these prices. And $29.99, let me know if you have a preference. Otherwise, we're moving on. We'll get the smaller pair up here as well. Might as well do that next here for you, so you can see that smaller pair, so we can give you options. Then we'll be done with our Sari for the day. So they tend to be kind of first hour items here because they are so quick to go. So if you'd like those, let me know. And then we're going to be on our way with the smaller hoop. And what are we going to do on these? I don't know, but we're going to have some fun because this is a nice way to still get almost a carat. Still going to give you the multicolored look that we're going to show you. So let me know if you like those. Again, you can always say lighter or dark, and I'll know which is which there because I've got them labeled here. But let's talk about this smaller pair here if you like them. And I don't mean tiny. They're just more pave instead of prong set. They've got that great undergallery to them as well. Look at that. Yellows, pinks, greens. I see purples and oranges here as well. These are just too much fun. And the texture that's created, I don't know. I love the prong set, but I love when I see the pave like this as well, because the pave just, it twinkles. It's supposed to be that, again, that paved look. We know that. But you see how this is done. Look at that. They're gorgeous, and they're just, every stone is a little bit different. And yet they work so well together to create this really attractive look that just glitters. And I say all the time, with the colors of diamonds, we love our VS white diamonds, but the colors of diamonds have such a personality to them. We know about their rarity, but we also understand that they have this really impactful shine, because when you have great clarity with your colors, it really ends up looking a little bit more wild, and they really do sparkle. And this is going to be a great click enclosure. This is more of like a huggy style, but not the huggy that is too small that nobody can wear, because when I've sold huggies in like the true sense where they're a 1/4 inch, they don't fit most people. So they need to be a little longer than that so they can obviously clear the earlobe. So we're going to show you here what they're going to give you as far as the length. Okay, so here's a quick look, and they do have that more rounded type of style. So let me show you from a distance so we know what we're shopping for, and you can see here from all the angles. Now the item number here is 11200 or 1130020, and then it's going to have this length here, which is going to be just, they're not tiny, they're 5/8 of an inch from top to bottom, maybe a tad more. This is what they look like from the side. Remember, they do have that hinge at the base and then that click enclosure, straight post, really easy. There's a full locking mechanism inside, so when you put them on and close them, they will click and you'll know they're secure. But there's 93 points in diamonds here, and you see they've got the finished under gallery, which is super unusual for a hoop to get behind there and do all that great finishing. but we got one beautiful, fabulous pair. And that's why I'm a little bit concerned if I make these really, really affordable, how are we going to do this, and how are we going to determine? Well, it's always first come, first serve, and that's what they look like. I would say, yeah, I like to do a 1/2 inch or smaller in second, so I think this is still a really good look for the primary. But again, you could, if you wanted to, move them on up if you have 2 piercings and like to do that hoop style. But let's go ahead and blow them out. And let's get you better value than where they even should be, because today I'm looking at $42.99. Let's try something different here and come on in on the early side so that you're sure to get them. Let's take another look at them close up, show you what's at stake here, but come on down, because this is not going to be the one you want to wait on. And everyone's waiting, I think, on the big ones to see what we're going to do on the small ones to decide which one's better for you. So that's also, I know that after we, get the small ones out the door, and I say small, they're not small, but you get the idea, smaller. I think once these go, I think we're going to have everyone coming back and getting the large ones too. So everything will go, but look at those different colors. And this has a little more variety than the bigger stones as far as colors go. You see the oranges, the purples, the pinks in there. Let's make it a lot better than 4,000. I'm going to do something wild here. Let's start an auction. Why not? I want to get some activity going. I know it's 30 minutes for 39 minutes now in. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people participating in an auction in like the first 40 minutes of the show. But that only helps you save even more. So instead of 4,200, because the truth is, you saw I brought down the bigger ones. That's the problem. When you drop one, you kind of have to keep that whole party going. So instead of 4,000, and guys, we don't see Sari pieces stick around. So if you think, I can call on those tomorrow. Well, first of all, we're not here. We're not here on Mondays or Tuesdays. We're here Wednesday through Sunday. This is our Friday, okay? So that's not an option. And we got to get them out right now. And they will go because they're not even 4,000, 35, 3,000, 25, 2,000. Tell you what, we can go even less. But I'm going to need your calls, and we'll get these gone. And the good news is, well, it's early in the show. There aren't going to be a lot of people that are bidding yet, because if they ain't watching, they ain't bidding. It's that fact. So early on for an auction is why you don't see that coincide very often. We don't see a lot of first hour auctions, but here we go. Take a look at this. It's not going to be $2,000 to get it started either. What about $1,500 with all that gold? And again, the beauty of the pave that wraps around the sides. They look great from every angle. They have that beautiful, more rounded style, all the different colors from bright yellows to bright oranges to bright purples to bright pink, and even some very cool like orangey stones, which are super rare in the diamond world. We're going to do better than 15. I don't know why, but just trying to get some activity on the phone lines. That's all we got to do. Moving jewelry no matter what. And it's a $10 increment, and there is a full money back guarantee. So if you've never tried designer jewelry before, and I know you've tried our designer jewelry, but I'm talking about outside designer jewelry. If that's not something you've experienced before, welcome in. It's the same great quality we're used to here. We're used to great. Again, we do better jewelry than any designer out there, and there are very few outside designers that we will welcome into our doors because they are usually inferior quality to what we do. And so we don't like to have any inconsistencies with our quality. We really are strict about that. I tell you all the time, if I had a nickel for every time a designer came to us on a weekly basis and said, can we sell our jewelry on your air? Can we have Lolo show our jewelry? And the answer every single time is no, until Sari. And we don't take everything from their line either. We only take the really, really, really exotic. So that's important to remember. And yet we're not going to do 15 or 14. I'm going to start at $1,300 only. We'll start there and we'll see what happens, and $10 increments, and we'll give it 60 seconds to get it going. So this is it. We're giving you an extra discount because I'm just saying whatever's below cost, that's where I'm taking them. And that's below designer cost. So really important to take advantage of. And we got about 1 minute here to count it down, get those at home, and see what's going on out there today on a big Sunday. What a good one too. We got so many great pieces. The yellow diamond necklace I'm wearing is coming up as one of our big specials of the show. We've got another moonstone. So if you missed out on the big elongated oval, please stay with me. I've got a pear shape that is also new today. Matter of fact, I can give you a little look at it. There it is. Wow. And it's even got yellow diamonds. Upgrading. And then we have a big emerald. And the demantoid. A 140 demantoid. Yes, we do. It's quite a show. And again, we're going to need your requests too, because that's what I got. So I just named the pieces. And it's a Sunday, and we got 2 hours and 17 minutes. So I'm going to need some requests out there, okay? So whatever you want to see, because you're here, so we might as well show you what you like. You're here, you're ready to shop, you're ready for a value. I'm ready to give the values. Certainly got one potentially here if we've gotten open. And then we'll get to our big white diamond drops, which, well, maybe it's not a diamond earring day. Might not be. You never know what everyone's looking for. I don't know till you tell me. So this is where, again, love to hear from you. Do we have the open at 13? Who is it? Kathy from where? She's got the open. Okay, Kathy is ready to go. We got 13, and you know what? That's also here. Purple Paraíba. Anyway, we got $1,300. Kathy's our only bidder. And she's probably saying, well, I'm glad I'm here because she's right. First hour auctions don't happen very often, and I'm glad I'm a part of one because there's a huge savings. And right now, zero competition. Zero. Nothing. Kathy in Alabama says they're mine. Well, not technically yet because we still have to run a final clock and we'll see if we have anybody else who wants to come on in. But this is the moment. And the finishing. Guys, did you see the inside? It's not just the inside of the back, it's the inside of the front. So I know there's not a real true way to reverse them, but it's the luxury of knowing when you put them on. When you pick them up from your jewelry box, wherever they are stored, maybe they're not even going there. Maybe if you're like me, the pieces I wear all the time, they don't make it to the jewelry box. They stay out. They're the pieces that just stay out. They stay out and they are with me all the time. And they just those are the pieces you know. Those are the ones that get worn all the time. Therefore, they're the greatest investment. And this is an earring that when you think about the versatility of what they provide with all the different colors and the pave and the fact that the size is where it's at, 5/8. Not really, again, that oversized hoop that some people are just scared of. I get it. You know, maybe that's not practical for every single day. We have one bidder, and I'm about to give these a final 2-minute clock, and they will be gone. So forget about any hope of getting them later or down the line. This is it. But they can still be yours because we give it a 2-minute fair and final warning so you know, so that you don't miss out. So you know, if I want to have those, this is the time you need to be bidding. So we're going to give it a final 2 minutes. It's only a $10 increment, so can't beat that. Plus, there's a money-back guarantee, so if you're wondering, that seems a little too good to be true, yeah, it kind of actually, yeah, never should happen at this price. But that's what we are here to do, right? Give away some jewelry on a day when, okay, we got the brand new designer piece here. It's our last of the day. We'll give a final 2-minute clock, and then we'll see them out the door. So last chance to get in. Start dialing quickly. And remember, there is a delay. So it's time to dial now, not when the clock ends at 0. And we're only at $1,300, which just, again, pure and simple, under cost. It's under cost. If you are the designer, if you make jewelry, if you are the manufacturer, you can't make them at that price, and that's a fact. And the fact I don't have people bombarding the phone lines here, going back and forth, bidding, that's kind of, again, telling. So it's very telling for the day here. And so this is what I want you to consider. They're one time only, and here it is with our final now. It is only 84 seconds left to get you in. So start dialing soon, or really right now. It has to be now. Otherwise, it's going to be a little too late here. So don't miss out on the opportunity that really gives you designer jewelry, beautiful workmanship, gold everywhere that is just so well done. Again, there didn't need to be an extra detailed under gallery, but it's there both inside the front and inside the back of the hoop. Solid gold. You can see how they look from the sides here. It's a really easy closure. You'll hear it click close. There again is that substantial gold weight from the sides and all mirror finish. I would actually say you could reverse them. If you wanted a mirror finish gold, yes. Oh, okay. And did you have a preference, Andy, which one you want? The lighter? Okay, thank you so much. I'll put, if you'll let me know who that is, I'll make, Lisa. Okay, thank you. I'll put her name on those. All right, and then in the meantime, I got 30 seconds left on those. Are you verifying on the auction? Let me see, Lisa. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I got her pair. Okay, you got it. I'll show her real quick just to make sure. Thank you. The larger pair of the lighter stones is now gone, so we will have those. Let me just make sure I've got the right pair here. Indeed. Yep, that's it. All right, Lisa, well done. Okay, so that's Lisa's pair. Okay, so last call. We have the darker pair and the large, which I'll probably recap here as we end this auction. Thank you, Lisa. Enjoy. And then here we go. Last chance, last call, 1,300. Do we have 1,310 or more? Perhaps. Let me see. I'm just getting Lisa's earrings all squared away. Still have the darker pair, which I'll show you again. We might as well go ahead and recap those. Joanne, are you thinking about those? 1,310? Yes, no? You got it? All All right, those are sold. Congratulations. And then let me go ahead and show one more time, since the larger pair now, we know which one's still available. It's this pair of the larger hoops, which was the 316 total weight. This was 0024. That's going to be here for, again, $29.99 for the pair. So one of the larger pairs is now gone, and so is the smaller pair. So now we've got just this one pair and $29.99, under $1,000 a carat. Incredible buy there. So thank you, thank you. And then we are going to be rocking and rolling. We've got about 10 minutes left in this hour. Big top of the hour special is going to be coming up. Let me know what your requests are. Myra, if you're out there and didn't check your email yet, I sent you the email that I said I would this morning early and let you know about the star ruby I have that you might like. And then we've also got some white diamond earrings, and we have a really beautiful tsavorite. It's a heart shape, no less. Let's get into that. 112-8218 is coming up now. And again, $29.99 for that last pair of the 316. So that's it. Last call there. And then here we go with, oh yeah, bright as can be. Neon. This kind of reminds me of Paraíba. And not that tsavorite isn't a rare stone and a special one in its own right, but if you can get a tsavorite that has the neon of a Paraíba, that's pretty important as well. We have our carat 65 here. Tsavorite garnet with a double halo and the diamonds, more pave on the sides. Really outstanding stone. It's a huge markdown, which is why I decided to bring it out today. Really wanted to share that with you. And obviously I've got, the full access to the inventory every day. So when I see new markdowns, I just pounce and really want to share those first things first with you. And so we've got the big carat 65 here in a heart shape. It's also, let's remind you, it's this month's birthstone, but a lot of people don't think about that because, January being garnet, it's got so many options. So when we get into the rare varieties, they're not something you just find anywhere and everywhere. And so we're so proud to even be able to bring you a rare tsavorite, just like we're going to see the rare Russian demantoid later in the carat 40 size. But here's our carat 65. So that's a mighty fine size for tsavorite. This has got a great finishing on the inside, which I'll show you. So it's a full under gallery, which you wouldn't expect to see, but in this signature mounting, we make sure it's there. So you've got that, it's almost like our designer insignia on the inside under the center, and then that continues. And then here's what it looks like on the hand. You can actually change the gold color here if you'd like to. Ooh, this one is a little bit smaller than what I wear, so let me just not force it on. I was about to, and they thought better of it. Here's what it looks like just real quick on the pinky, and then what we're gonna do is obviously size that for you to whatever you need as we do. But $69.99 is where it started, and this is rare, bright tsavorite. Tsavorite are mostly the dark greens, more like the color I'm wearing typically. This is a brighter, that's why I say to draw the comparison between Paraíba, we're back up close, is really, really, really important. So that's what, just want to point that out. This is a little bit different. So if you don't like tsavorite typically, I know I don't always, because they're oftentimes just too dark. And then suddenly I'm not really into it. There's a lot of green stones you have as options. So I don't want one that's going to look not green. Does that make sense? If you're going for a green stone, you kind of want it to look green. You don't want it to look too dark or too inky. That's where a lot of tsavorite just naturally, it is usually a deeper, darker stone. So awfully nice to see a brighter neon, not quite emerald green, but definitely more of like it's neon. It's like a lime green. You think Paraíbas. It's not peridot color. Peridot's more of it's got a little yellowy element to it. This is really a bright, vibrant lime green is really what I would classify this as. So top notch. It's not $69.99. It's even better. We're not doing $3,000. That itself for a carat 65, big value. It's not going to be 29, 25, 24, even 23. This is quite the value for just the center by itself. And I used to sell a lot of loose stones, don't anymore. We don't do that here, but I gotta say, for that loose stone, that would be quite the value. I'm gonna make it $2,299. $22.99. Don't forget about that 3 carat 91 demantoid that was asked about. That's still here. And I know a lot of people just always ask for that because they just want to see it. They just want to, it's like the Bigfoot of gems. They're like, did that really exist, or was that a figment of my imagination? Or did I really see a 4 carat demantoid? Yes, we really have a 4 carat demantoid. It was here earlier. So that's still available for one caller to take advantage of. But we also have here now this bright green garnet. So again, some green garnets are coming out today, but the really rare varieties of. So that's going to be actually all the green garnets are rare. Whether it's, think about it, it's either tsavorite or demantoid. They're all rare. We also have the Marilani mints, which actually this reminds me a little bit of. Those were the color changing garnets that came out of Tanzania. This is out of Kenya, but it's got a lot of that brighter, minty, vibrant green color. So that's a beauty there. All right, let me know if you like it. Then here are the white diamond earrings I was telling you about, not as dramatic as the 3-inch styles we had yesterday in multicolors, but pretty special. And they are, let's see if they can sit up a little bit more evenly for you. So this is going to be a north to south design. And they are that illusion setting style. It's 1125017. They all look like these big diamond shapes overall. Like think of when we see, not really marquees, but like a rhombus cut. They look like that, but it's created out of the different types of diamonds, which in this case are tapered baguettes and round brilliants, and there is the pair. So there's a total weight here, and they break it down. We've got a ton of gold here, and wait till you see the finishing, and then you're actually gonna have the smaller side that's on the left side of your screen, that's the top. So they will get a little bit bigger as they go down the ear, and this is a 18 karat gold selection, which is awfully nice. So post and butterfly back, 18 karat gold, the baguettes, 53 points. The round brilliants even more, and by nearly double. It's 91 points in the round brilliant. So you put it all together, you've got a total carat weight here of a carat 44, and they're in the white gold. They will stay in the white gold, and wait till you see how beautiful they are. They are pure luxury. Here's what they look like from a distance. I'll show you the back side, which is important because that's the finishing, and those are awfully pretty. Because with a drop, it's a little more important to have a finishing, I think, because naturally some people would see. With the length they have, you might see the back of the earring. Not you, that would be very difficult to do on yourself, but other people would. And so you've got that beautiful length that you're seeing there and the way it's finished. Now here's the actual measurement that we're gonna have for you as well. We've got a total length here of, wow, they're big. They are 1 3/4 inches, thereabouts, right there at 1 3/4 inches. And they have a post. Post is not gonna be at the very top, which I appreciate because again, if your piercing has seen better days, this is going to cover that piercing itself. So you don't need to worry about that. And we're looking at a big old value here, 1 3/4 inches in length. I don't have a backing, but I'm going to put them on anyways and hope that they stay, and they will. Look at that. Isn't that great? So you can see how pretty that is, really elegant. I always say you need to have a stud and a hoop and a drop because the drop is usually, studs and hoops can both be interchangeable as casual wear and daily wear, whereas I think when we want to up the ante a little bit and dress up and wear something we're not wearing every day, I think that's where we call on a drop earring. It's just they're so expensive out in retail in all diamonds like this that you probably wouldn't be splurging on a $60,000 or $70,000 earring every day of the week. This is the way to get that $60,000 or $70,000 earring without paying it. So let's go back up close. I wanted you to see that great movement in length, and every single individual section is hinged. So they will have a little bit of independent movement, as you see right here. That's kind of why they're staggered the way they are, sitting on the wheel. But let's do better than, oh, the original price was way out there. $12,999 originally. I got a lot better price tag. Remember, there is only one pair, so I'm dealing with a lot of one-of-a-kinds today as per usual. And this will not be $10,000. $9,000? $8,765? No, we're got to go lower. I know you're here for the values. You need the bargains. You want the best of the best. You want the blowouts. You want the better than sale price. You got it. We're making them better than $3,000. When there's that much 18 karat gold at stake, that's why that should resonate. If they're $29.99 for all that length in the gold by itself, and you've got 1 3/4 inches worth of gold, that's a value already. It's not going to be $29. They're so much better than that. And we've got the 18 karat white gold again. They're going to stay in the white gold. That's how they stay. That's it. 18 karat, all solid, white gold shipped right out to you tomorrow. There's no wait time on them. Obviously, there's one pair, they're ready to go. So now we just need to make it better than $29. I will blow them out, $2,888. One caller gets them, and there's that gorgeous drop in length we love. And don't forget about that tsavorite heart shape, the garnet, love that one, that bright, beautiful neon. Such an amazing value there. And then we'll move right along. We got the top of the hour about 2 minutes away. We're going to see some big time sapphires. We got some sapphires. I got pinks and all different varieties of pink, by the way, on a huge blowout. We've got our star ruby. We've got a moonstone pendant I had briefly yesterday. I know a lot of you were asking about it, so we'll bring that back out because we got a final couple available. And then any other questions or requests, we're going to need them. Whatever you want to see today, let me know, okay? And we've got our big top of the hour. It's a yellow diamond necklace coming up in about 2 minutes. Yes. 2 minutes till we show it to you. I'm so excited. I've been wearing it all day. I love the way it sits. It feels like that. It's a little bit upgraded from a Diamonds by the Yard. And my favorite thing about it is that they always sit where they should, because the Diamonds by the Yard, naturally what they do is they kind of twist and turn. This one's always going to sit right where it should. I love it. It's so impressive. So that's going to be coming up top of the hour. We're about 90 seconds away. Yay. Can't wait to show it to you. So that's going to be coming up for you next. So don't go anywhere, okay? Because that's what everyone's waiting on today. And we'll show it to you. Now, we also have, we got a big emerald. Those are the earrings that we've got. They're so high end in the white diamonds. I'll blow out a 9-carat 54 copper bearing. Yeah, we're going to blow out a 10-carat copper bearing. Purple. Exotic. The stone that everyone's after right now with that lighter yellow diamond. As our trillion, it's going to be 1130008. Check that out. We've been offering purples in rings. They've all been going. They wouldn't be unless I was discounting them. But this is the big one. 0008 is our 9-carat 54. Purple Paraiba with a 31-point trillion cut light yellow diamond at the top. So this is wild. And I'll give it away right now. We're about 30 seconds away from our top of the hour. So just want to spend a couple of seconds with this, because when it is a giveaway like this is, it's going to go. And wait till you see it on the neckline, because it's got a little bit of drama with the length there. That's our 31-point trillion. It is just what I love with the purple is that we know that these combinations of colors, some colors work better than others together. And we know about, usually they are colors that are either opposite the color wheel or corresponding. This is that little bit of that lighter yellow with the intense, it's like, think of it as a fuchsia. It's really pinks and purples together. Welcome in, by the way, if you're just tuning in. So glad to have you with us today. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. And we've got a couple hours left of our week. So we're celebrating Sunday the best way we know how. Big jewelry giveaways all throughout the day for at least the next 2 hours. And what I'm wearing is coming up, that yellow diamond drop necklace. It's like 5 yellow diamond pendants, all one necklace, all really wearable, great giftable as well. But first, we're going to take a look at this one and get you a great value on our Purple Paraiba, the $13,999 pendant will not be. It's got to go a lot lower than that. And welcome into our big Sunday. We have 2 hours left in our week. Again, you make requests. You tell us what you'd like to see. Tell us if you missed out on anything this previous week, and we'll help you if it's here. And yet, this is not even going to be 13. I'm going to make it a lot better than $10,000, and let's show it from a distance. Obviously, there would be in a 10 carat or nearly 10 carat a few natural inclusions that up close like this you will see. Other than that, no, not from a distance away. You just see bright, gorgeous neon glow like you're seeing right there. And there's that trillion. Love the point of the trillion pointing and meeting to the top of that pear shape. And here's what it looks like from a distance, 1.25 inches in length. I'll try it on the neckline. You'll get a little preview of that yellow diamond necklace that's coming up as well. But here it is. Oh, something about that shape for this area of the body. That draping pear shape, just like we're going to see here in the pear shape yellows, but you're getting it in this big copper bearing form, one of the rarest, most exotic, most specialty stones the world has ever offered us. And it's right here in a super gigantic size. And with that big diamond up top, love that too. Let's go back up close and give you a really special opportunity to save a bunch, especially if you're lucky enough to have the ring already. If you got a ring, this is the way to get the match in the pendant. And it will not be $10,000. Better value right now. Come on down. We got one. Just one. It's going to fly. That's what they do. Here's what I got. $4,999. First caller on the big 954. Then we'll do our pink sapphire blowout shortly after the yellow diamond necklace that we're all waiting for. And I know it's a big value. You know, if you love the fancy colors of diamonds, the world of exotics, the natural, maybe you're not willing to forego right now. There's so many people that have thrown in the towel on natural diamonds because they don't have TVON, right? They don't have access to the best of the best. Well, I'm so proud to bring you something incredibly special. Welcome in again if you're just tuning in. So glad to have you with us. If you have any requests whatsoever, please do let me know what those requests are. Happy to help you out there, more than happy. It's really a day for requests, but this is something special we've been working on for a while, and there aren't that many to go around, so please forgive me in advance that I won't have one for everybody today, especially given that it's one thing if it's $10,000. We don't need a lot of them. That's not our average price point. But we're all value seekers here. We love to shop for quality and value together. Quality alone is not good enough. We want that great big savings on that quality. So as you see this next necklace, it's like having 5 pendants. I've sold pendants like this many a times. I've been here nearly a decade. I have sold so many yellow diamond pendants that have been here where they're this size, and they're $1,000 or $1,500 a piece. What we decided to do was create what you've loved in white diamonds here and there, where we bring you not just a diamonds by the yard, but what I call the draping or the dangling diamonds by the yard, so that every single stone sits independently from the chain. So what that then creates is this draped style that looks like little dew droplets of diamonds, but they always face up properly. They're not going to just spin and turn within the chain because they're not just set with those little O-rings. Instead, they are set independently as pendants. And so you've got 5 of them just to really be that perfect neckline fill-in. I'm going to show you on the hand here so that you can see it a little bit closer, and then we can kind of look at all the different perspectives here because, because you obviously are going to see it on, hold on, I've got it. I tried to display it earlier, and my little displays are so tiny that it really wasn't working very well because this is a big necklace. So what we're going to do is show you on the neckline and get you a really cool opportunity to get this home and save a bundle. So what we've got here is coming up, and I've got it on the 16-inch link because I just wanted to show it to you here. And then what we're going to do is give you a wonderful, wonderful opportunity on it. So this is, I just wanted to center it up for you. Let me see here. I don't have the item number in front of me, or do I? It's item number 113. 0010. So that's where we're going to start, is the 5 stones. And you can see it here, and this is probably the best way to see it because you're getting an idea of how large it is, and it's not oversized. This is not meant to be like the piece that, okay, I'm never going to wear that because it's only for the really dressy occasions. No, there's a big award show tonight. You're going to see lots of diamond collars and pieces that are borrowed from big time designers that would be worth, millions of dollars, sometimes tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions. It's true. This is that everyday wearable way to get it home. And yet to do something so amazing where all these diamonds are set individually so that they're always facing out the proper way. Now, if you wear it a little longer, because this is at 16 inches, if you choose to wear it at 17 or 18, you're going to get a little more drape. You're going to get it sitting here at I've got it kind of over the collarbone, so it's kind of got that little bit of extra movement to it. But if you want to drape it a little longer, we've built in all the different lengths for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we'll go back to the pendant real quick because I'm going to take this off and show you how it's going to look, and then we'll see all the different angles. But it's so attractive. It's so pretty. It's so delicate in a way, while it's still going to give you the bold diamond weight we love, and we're going to get a really fantastic value out the door for you. So keep on dialing in on that really, really fabulous purple Paraiba. Then I'm going to show you what we can do to make the yellow diamond necklace so extremely affordable when there are indeed 5 incredible individual stones. Now the total carat weight here on the necklace is going to be 20 points each. So it's actually going to be 1 carat total here. And I'll show you what it looks like from a closer perspective here on the hand, so you can see how this plays out. Because like I said, when we put it on a little display, it's kind of too narrow and it does this, and that's not how it's going to sit on your neckline. So I want to show you here. It's 5 stones. Here's the one end of your closure with all the adjustability, and then the other is going to be your really fine lobster claw clasp you see there. So it's 5 individual stones. Now what I want you to do before you put it on, there's obviously a back and a front. So just before you put it on, just go ahead and make sure you're looking at the front of your stones here. And then what I also want to do is drape it up close so you can still see the quality of the diamonds, because that's important as well. And I'll try to let you see all of them at the same time. So we'll put it up close here for a moment, and that way I'll set it down so hopefully we can see some of these diamonds, because that's important as well. And so what I want you to do is be able to see each and every diamond for what it is here, because that's super important. If you only see it from a distance, I'm always marveling at people that buy jewelry without really seeing it up close, because then how the heck do you know what it's going to look like in person, and how do you know the quality is there? So what I want to do, and this is going to be very complex because I'm sorry, this is really, I just want to line these up as best I can for you to see what they look like, so you can really appreciate the quality of the diamonds themselves and see what they're all about, because this is just a real tricky one to display. But again, all individual matched up yellow diamonds. Let me see if I can show you here what they look like. Again, this one's a tricky one, so bear with me. But really, again, about the big pear shapes here. Pear shapes are also, we just saw in that last pendant, a great way to have a pendant style because they really do fit the neckline well. You can also see they've got great basket work around them. That's really complicated to do as far as workmanship goes. You can see here, one after the other, how consistent they are, okay? So I'll try to show you individually because, again, this is the beauty of the drop and the way it sits. When you have pieces that sit well on the neckline, they don't always sit well on a display. So that's always the challenge that I've got for you, because I'm a believer in seeing everything up close and seeing the quality you're getting and seeing how they're going to be, how it's manufactured, how it's made, how it drapes, how it sits, all those different things that are so important here. So we'll go back up close or to the hand here and show you another perspective on it. But all I need to do right now is get you on the phone lines because we don't have that many to go around. And so what I want to do is just make it really affordable for you. Send them on out, get them out the door. We've got them made up and ready to go so they can go out to you tomorrow, which is awfully nice. And again, sometimes you'll just want to shake it out so they all drape properly. And then what we're going to do is give it away. So if you'd like to get one, it's going to be that 1 carat total weight. This is solid two-tone gold. There are your closures here. And we'll show it again up close as best we can. And then I'll show you another one. Okay, we'll show it to you on the neckline as well. But it's so important to see when you've got that kind of quality of the diamonds here. And what we're going to do is blow it out for you for only a couple of you who want one. It's again, so impressive to see that. I'm going to just tell you what's going on here. If you want to get one, you need to dial in very early because this is how it's going to go. We're going to make it very affordable. Right now, chains in 14 karat gold, about $900 for a 14 karat gold chain that don't have all the adjustability that we have built in for you. So that's one thing to consider. Then you add the diamonds, which are 20 points at least each. That's 1/5 of a carat. That's important as well. Here's what we've got for you. 1 carat of yellow diamonds. They're all natural. Remember, we only do natural diamonds. I was seeing, I was flipping through last night, late, and watched people selling irradiated diamonds and going, gosh, I'm scared to even wear irradiated diamonds. There's a lot of people that do so. I'm scared to wear irradiated, but they kind of look the same. So I want to point out the fact that these are natural from the earth. They didn't get any treatment, no heating, no irradiation, none of that. We don't do that. So take a look at it. Let me show you again on the neckline as well, and we'll see who wants a fabulous, fabulous necklace, okay? So it's going to be only a couple available here, and we're going to blow it out. That's what it looks like on, and I just think this is one of the most beautiful styles we've created, and yet it is not going to be that $39.99 price tag for you either. So a much better value, and again, you've got the adjustability like here. You can wear it down there. I had it the 16, but I really want to show you because a lot of people don't do 16. They do 17 or 18. So I want to give you a perspective on what that's going to look like and how it's going to drape when you do wear it a little bit lower at those different lengths that you like. So 16 here, 17 here, 18 right about there, and we're going to take it lower than 3,000 or 2,000. I've got the top of the hour value of a lifetime here. There's just no question about it. There is no question about this. This is the value of the day. It's almost like, if you don't have the whole day to hang out with us, this is the one you get, and you'll be very happy you did, and you can enjoy it when it arrives in a couple of days because, like I said, they are made up and ready to go. Two-tone gold, every one of them. So that means yellow gold for the actual backing, the finding, the drape of the yellow diamond, the setting. The rest is going to be white gold and only white gold. We are busy on the phone lines already. This is going to be madness on our phone lines, but they will sell out because there aren't that many to go around. I apologized in advance. I don't have, every necklace takes 5 stones. So can you imagine? If you make 10 necklaces, you need all those different diamonds matched, solid, beautiful, brilliant cut, VS, pear shapes. Not exactly easy to do. We're going to blow them out right now. They're not even $29.99. Who wants one? I've already got 1, 2, 3. You're getting 2. So that's, okay, guys, we have 5 gone already, and the price is $29.99. You're saving beyond that. We're not doing $29. I'm not doing $19.99. Think about gifting. I know we got through the holiday season. You might be all gifted out. But there's birthdays and anniversaries and Valentine's Day coming up in about a month, and we need luxury jewelry. We're not interested in costume. If you don't have to, you don't need to. If you don't have to get lab grown, don't get lab grown. If you don't have to get plated metal, I saw our only folks on TV besides us doing fine jewelry, and they aren't doing fine jewelry anymore. I saw plated metals the other day. I saw sterling silver the other day. They've been the only other ones besides TVON doing gold, and yet they're not anymore. So here's what we've got for you. Instead of $29, instead of $19.99, you definitely want to get one or two, and I'm not limiting how many you can get. You can get more than one for those multiple daughters, the granddaughters, maybe all the sisters, maybe you and your like best friend group of the three of you, and you want to have the same necklace. Maybe the number 5 is meaningful to you. We always do the odd number so you can find your center and then keep it there. And then they drape beautifully. But again, if you think about 5 children, 5 different grandkids, maybe you're a 5/5 birthday, whatever it is. The number 5 is what is also really shown off here, but it's also just to make sure it's that perfect, even kind of way it sets on the neckline. You can see big, important yellow diamonds all the way throughout. It's not even going to be $14.99, and this is with a $900 investment into the gold by itself. If there was no diamond involved here, not one single yellow diamond, you'd be paying $900 for that chain. So right now we're looking at, let's say $100 per diamond and basically $100 for the workmanship. That's going lower. We're going to give this away, and we're very busy on the phone lines already. Please don't wait. If you're already thinking about it, you got to dial in now because it's not going to last, and it's not even going to be 14, 13, 12, even $11.99. This is the piece of the day to get. I've been telling you about it for a couple days, mentioned it on Friday. Now we've got it for you, and it will not be $11 or even $10.99. Wow, this is value. This is what value is all about. And we're going to blow it out right now for $999, which is unbelievable. It's $999, which is basically the price of a chain, and instead you're getting a full carat of yellow diamonds with it. That's 20, 20, 20, 20, and 20. They're all at least a fifth of a carat. That's a minimum carat weight. Please don't get upset if you get more than that, because hey, that's what we do. We just guarantee you a minimum carat weight of 20 points per, which is a minimum carat weight of 1 carat overall, and that's 16, 17, and 18 inches, and I'm showing it right at 17 now. 18 right about there, 16, of course I had it on earlier at the 16-inch length, which sits right at the collarbone for most, and this can be adjusted day by day, neckline by neckline, whatever works for you, but that is one awesome necklace. And I'll show it a couple of different ways here because I also want to take it up close and show you the quality of the diamonds. It just know that it doesn't sit on its own here, so I'll just help it out a little bit here so we can walk you through it. So these yellow diamonds, and again, you just give it a little shake so that it sits. It's really meant to be curving around the neckline, but look at those yellows. Come on. Look at what's going on there with those yellow diamond VS, yes, every one of them, VS yellow diamond pear shapes. Come on. You need to get at least one for yourself. I would really seriously think about gifting because to give yellow diamonds is something very special, and we've only got a couple to go around here, so they go right out tomorrow. That's the thing also, you're getting them probably by the time I see you Wednesday night, you'll have your necklace, depending on how far away you live, but I think that shouldn't be a problem, right? Diamond cut to the chain. The white gold chain is all diamond cut. This is really stunning, just walking you through the diamonds here, letting them bounce on by so you can see the consistency all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one's turned a little bit, hold on. 5 diamonds all throughout. Look at those bright yellows. Aren't they specialty? So that's the way to go. Let me know if you'd like to get a yellow diamond, and you see how each one is sectioned, so it's like a pendant. But the fact that you're getting 5, here's what it looks like from a distance away on more of like our hand shot, if you will. So you can see how they're spaced about 1 inch apart. Each and every one of them is about 1 inch apart or so. This is not meant to go all the way around. I've talked about this before. If you go any further than the midpoint of the necklace, then they start to sit all wonky because they're curving around the back of the neckline. So really it's just meant to be that perfect way that they fill in any neckline you have. Jason, who was shopping over there? Leanne. And how many necklaces did you get? She got a necklace. Wonderful. Leanne shopping over there. Great news. And thank you everybody so much. It's a really beautiful necklace for that price, especially under $1,000 to get you something as amazing as this is. And like I said, they're only two-tone. That's no other option. So they're ready to go. They're made up. We put them in a box. We get them out to you right away. You've got it in a couple of days. That's really important. So again, last call. We'll give it 60 seconds and we got to go. We got a lot of got about an hour and 40 minutes to go through some great jewelry today. So you let me know what you like. I'll be wearing this, reminding you throughout the show if it is still available. And then we've got a moonstone and an emerald, and that demantoid out of Russia is here. So many important pieces to get to, and your requests, more importantly, whatever you want to see. I've got 5 more items to show you. I got an hour and 40 minutes. We're certainly going to need some requests. And I don't have any jewelry to dive into for the future week here because we're off the next 2 days, at least on the air. We do a lot of shipping and a lot of designing and a lot of manufacturing on Mondays and Tuesdays. We are not, though, broadcasting on the air on Mondays or Tuesdays. Let's go back to the neckline as well and show you there. It's such an important look when you see it from a distance here to really appreciate the size that it's delivering, the way that they drape individually so perfectly. And again, just pay attention when you put it on and make sure they're facing out and not backwards. But then once you do, that's the beauty of it, is they sit perfectly. They've all got that. You saw that fully finished backing to each and every one of them. So they really just sit independently and stay even. That's why I've always loved our draping diamonds by the yard styles, but we've not done it in the yellow diamonds. We've only done it in white diamonds, and we've not done it in pear shapes or bigger sizes. Usually the diamonds are pretty basic, right? They're usually 4 or 5 pointers. This is where you're getting those 1/5 of a carat stones, which every one of them, think about it this way, every one of them is about the size of an average size of a center stone in an engagement ring. But most people in engagement rings have a white diamond, not a yellow. So you've got the upgrade of the rare color. You've got the way they drape from the neckline. It's $999, and we'll move right along. So just a reminder, if you'd like one, let me know. Let's go back to the wheel, and I'll get to our next piece that we're going to set up, which is going to be our fabulous moonstone. Now, I know that first one we had in the hour before this one, that was gone in a hurry. So I want to show you our next moonstone, which actually has a little upgrade to it that also makes sense with what we just showed you. The necklace had yellow diamonds. Now the moonstone has yellow diamonds. What a beautiful combination that is to see. So really outstanding. And again, thank you, everybody. Keep on shopping the yellow diamond necklace. Want to make sure you get one before they're completely gone so that you can have one for your very own and experience yellow diamonds at one of the more affordable price points that they ever can or will be. But let's take a look at this. This is a very large and specialty stone here. Our item number is 1129987. How spectacular is this? That's a good look. So this is our moonstone pair, which we haven't seen too many of. That's for sure. Haven't seen a lot of those to go around. And then you have this really fabulous moonstone, which is our private collection. 2 carat 19 is the size on this one. And it is, yep, we're going to look a lot bigger than that. The moonstones always do. So you've got a really nice size visually to this one. Again, get requests in. Keep calling on the yellow diamond necklace. Still got, so I'm down to 4 left now. So again, that's why it's not that long a presentation. There aren't too many to go around. So yeah. Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go back into the sold box. Try on a band that I think sold. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's take a look at the multicolor. Are you talking about the carat 75? You got it. Here's the carat 75. I think this one's gone, but I'm not sure because that's what I hear. But, you know, I hear things that are sometimes incorrect. But anyway, that's the 175 band we had earlier. It was 0013 was the item number on that. 175, all multicolor, all fancy colors in those fabulous diamonds, and that goes side to side in carat 75 of the really interesting yellows, greens, and champagnes together. That was $14.99. Okay, so that was here earlier, and then we'll go back to our wheel, talk a little bit more about this moonstone. Yes, the inside. Yeah, sure. Here's the ring on the inside, the band. Here's the inside of that band ring. So kind of like I would call it like a bordered under gallery because it goes all the way to the sides there, the way that's done. So you can really get a sense of how it's finished and how it sits up a little higher off of the hand, which is so important. When I always tell you how important that is with diamonds, to have them a little bit more elevated because when they are, you're just giving more light access to the stones, which you definitely want to do with diamonds. Diamonds don't just sparkle on their own, they need light. Yes, questions? Yes, here's the front. We will have all of our bases covered there. And then I will show you, sorry guys, I'm also trying to put on my necklace back on, and it's a struggle without a mirror. It is, while you're talking and trying to sell a moonstone that's not even on the screen. But here it is, so $14.99, thank you. Jason, who's shopping over there now? Okay, so Susan just got one of our last necklaces, so it is definitely last call on the necklace front, okay? But I'll keep it on until it sells out. So that was our $14.99 diamond band. What I've realized is I probably just need a mirror on set so I can put on necklaces. But that one should be gone. Let's take a look at this though. Back to the moonstone we go, this beautiful pear shape that does have a little bit of that bright blue-green kind of color. It's been our complicated day of settings and displays, that's for sure. But here is the big 219, and then it has 33 points in the fabulous yellow diamonds, and another 112 in the white diamonds. So it's a big time piece, a big look, a wow factor. I'm just so proud of this one being here. This is a really interesting way to do a moonstone too, because when it's got all those colors, why just add white diamonds? I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Why only have white diamonds when you can add even more an exotic nature, 1/3 of a carat total weight in the yellows. Okay, so now we've got our as-is ring, two-tone gold as well, because, well, it makes sense to have the yellow diamonds in the yellow gold, the white diamonds in the white gold, and then the moonstone. Also going to be a carryover of the yellow gold with the yellow diamonds, because that is that halo #1 there. So a really special way to build a moonstone that we haven't had anything quite like before. Certainly haven't seen a lot of the pear shapes, and this total diamond weight, you've got, of course, 1 carat 45. So it's a big upgrade in the overall diamond weight that you're getting. I'll try it on the hand for you as well. And then we'll see who wants it, because the last moonstone we saw go out and quickly. Wow, that's really pretty when it's on too. It's one thing to see it like up close, but when you see the overall presence it has, does that ever give you the wow? And now getting to see it move a little bit more than just like meep, 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 you know, now it really gets to move both directions, a little north, south, east, west action. You really see the beauty of that color, blues, purples, reds, pinks, goldens, oranges, every color. I mean, it's going to reverse it here really quickly just to show you the pear shape, how you guys like to wear it. Usually I like to wear it the other way. I don't know, I must be wrong. Everyone else likes it this way. Again, I really want you to see the moonstone that are faceted, like what we've been bringing, give you so much more color dynamic than the others that are cabochon cut, because usually those give you no color or gray color, and that's just boring. To me, that's boring. I want to see color, like colors of an opal, but you don't have to go the opal route, because opals get really challenging because even they don't give you a lot of color. Usually they don't give you more than 1 or 2 colors. So that's really what makes this one so exciting. And it's going to be a major value, huge blowout. Come on in, it's Sunday, let's shop. We've got 90 minutes to do it, and I'm going to make this one, you know what, skip 69. Do you remember how quickly the $4,000 one went? You remember. And this actually has more diamond weight. Wait a minute. I just realized that one had a carat 30 in diamonds. I was just about to say, well, that was more money because it had more diamonds. No, actually, this one has more diamonds. And yellows to boot. It's got the yellow and the white and the 2 carat. Now, the last moonstone was a little bit larger, but this one has that big wow factor, that big overall look. You know, moonstones, I've been telling you, they look bigger than they weigh all day long. This one certainly does. It's not going to be 69. Even better value, we need to move a moonstone. And I know that, listen, some people love the yellow diamonds with the necklace that we just had. We're still seeing those out the door, but it looks like we're at a final count of 2 left. I may not put the necklace back on because that might be gone, and then I'm taunting you. Then I'm teasing you with something that we don't have. So we don't like to do that. But this is the way to get your yellow diamonds, your moonstone. We amped it up a level here. This is a big level. It's a big jump when you get into yellow diamonds and you're adding that extra gold. I mean, do you ever think about that? About the workmanship it involves to do 2-tone gold instead of 1 tone of gold? It'd be a lot easier to just make it all 1 color. But to add the 2-tone elements so that you're getting your yellow gold with your yellow diamonds, your white gold with your white diamonds, that is a whole nother level of workmanship. These are the little details that, again, we love looking at finished fine jewelry, but when you're in the trenches every day making it, I like to point out to those of you at home why these pieces are so special when they are made the right way, why they look different, why they're specialty, why they're designer, and why hopefully you love them and know that there's something a little bit more unique than what you see everywhere else. And that really is, I think at this point, when a lot of us are not, we're not getting our first or second pieces of jewelry here. We're looking for pieces that are different. If you're buying the same thing over and over and over and over again, I know, I tell you all the time, we like what we like. We're human beings, we're creatures of habit. But if you're buying the same jewelry over and over, I'm not sure there's a lot of sense to that. We like to really, I think for most of us, like to expand our collections, get something a little different and unique, something not everybody else is going to have in the world. And this is not going to be 69. What if we just blow it out? How about this? What if we just make it better than 3? Just completely obliterate pricing and go less than $3,000 or $29.99, better than even $28 or $27. Oh, I'm just going to keep going. I don't want you to even pay $27.77. We're giving this thing away. The other piece is gone early on. I mean, it was seconds, and the other moonstone gone. This is your chance to pick up a very, very important gem and get the best moonstone out there while we still have it, because I know they're limited. And we're going to make this $2,699 only. $26.99. Now that's how you shop a moonstone, and with the upgrade of the yellow diamonds and still getting over a carat in the white diamonds as well. Something special right there. Only going to be that one. Let me know if you'd like it. We're on our way, and it is a special one. It is. It's just beautiful. And don't miss out, because you know how I just got an email just now. Well, it's from a different customer. She was shopping yesterday, except she missed something. She's going, I just missed out on the best buy. That's what happens. If you miss the show, if you miss the live show, you miss out on the buys. It's just true. It's just true. It is. It really is. You got to be here for the one-of-a-kinds. That's what it's all about. So coming up, we're going to show you a tanzanite in a little bit. I do have this pink sapphire blowout. Our most prestige pink sapphires in the entire collection are here. And FYI, just because it's such a great match, if you missed out on the moonstone I had yesterday, it's our oval. It's our oval moonstone. It's a pendant. It's the most affordable moonstone we have, and that's what it looks like in the yellow gold. So it's just a quick little mention of it, because I know I had some questions about it throughout the evening last night. We weren't on the air. We were on the air in the afternoon, but I get emails 24/7 from y'all. So I just wanted to show that one more time. That's only $499 if you like the pendant. It has that one centralized diamond above the oval, and then all the faceted and beautiful colors there, and that's going to be only $499. So just want to mention that if you missed it. There were a few of you that asked me about it yesterday, and yes, it is still available. At least it is right now. I don't know if that's going to be the case the whole 90 minutes we have left, but that is $499. So now we get into an emerald. I knew we had a lovely few Zambian stones. Naturally, a few of you asked me if we have anything in Colombian, so I'm going to bring you a Colombian emerald today. That's a nice size, and then get requests in. Last call, guys. We got 90 minutes left on our Sunday, and we are then done for the week. We don't see you till Wednesday night, so it's a really good time to get requests in, because a lot of you are getting your jewelry that I sell on Sunday. Last Sunday, I'm telling you, all the emails I had on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday were all from people who received their pieces from the weekend. I couldn't believe it. It was like, they were getting pieces in a day and a half. And I'm going, I sold that on Sunday and you already have it and it's Tuesday? It was impressive. So I was excited about that. And then here is a look at that Russian demantoid we're going to see a little bit later, because, well, it's been ages since we've seen one. It is rare as can be. It's a carat 40, which is one of the rarest of all that we've had. We don't see 1 carat plus demantoids out of Russia very often. So that's coming up next top of the hour. But I want to get to our pink sapphire blowout, because it's our top pinks, and I actually have 4 of them, and we even got some 18 karat gold coming up to start. So let me know on the moonstone. Here we go with our pink sapphire collection. It's a pink sapphire blowout, as a matter of fact. We're starting with the Asher cut, and notice they'll all be a little different shade of pink. These are exotic pinks, purple pinks, lavender pinks. I've got one here that's around. It's a little more kind of deep color. Look at this one, like a pinky fuchsia. And then this one. Ooh, that's a really pretty wheel. So none are really like the traditional basic pink. They're all incorporating some level of purple or lavender to them. Every one of them. There's our Asher. Here's our cushion. Here's our round. And then there's the oval right behind it. Ooh, this is just pretty. That is just like, gets me excited. I love this color. I may be the only one. I don't know. I love the color pink. It's been a long time favorite. This is beautiful. All 4 distinctively different in shape and in size and in their color, or I should say colors, because they're a blend. These are huge stones. You know what else the fun part is? They all are. I couldn't believe it. They're all unheated. That's a huge level of rarity to get in sapphires that rarely happens, because sapphires, like most stones, sapphires get a lot of heat treatment routinely. It's the first thing, like the first order of business. When they mine the rough, they'll heat it. then they'll facet it, then they'll polish it, then it gets set in a design. It's kind of a whole thing, right? This is the really, really rare unheated material. So no heating whatsoever. You want to come take a look with me? There are 4 to choose from, so I do want you to find your favorite and call early once you do, because they're all rare. Let's take a look at the sizes, because that might be a driving force behind what you choose and how you know which one's best for you. And then don't forget to call me on that pear-shaped moonstone. That's still available. But let's talk about what we have here on, well, they're all between 1 carat and 2 carats. My smallest, and I'll walk you through in a size range here, that's the smallest, that's the carat 15, but it's not small. So that may be the smallest of the 4, but it's a really big size, because to get over 1 carat in sapphire is rare. So we start there. Carat 15, it's also, that's the 18 karat gold option. It's got some channel set diamonds and a lot of pave on the profile of the ring. So you get a lot of different details in diamonds all the way around. So that's going to be our Asher, 115. Next size up is the, well, then they jump up to 153. That's the round. 153 with a carat 09 in diamonds. The next size up would be a 167. That's right back here, center of the back here. That is a gorgeous stone. I love that one. That's carat 67. It also has 109 in diamonds. And then we go to our largest stone, which is the 182, which is right over here, and that's got 93 points in diamonds. So I think you're choosing first and foremost based on the color and the shape you like. But if the carat weight really does matter to you, I mean, they're all big. They're all big. Carat plus in a sapphire is incredible. But again, if you want to get the bigger one, it's off to the right. That's the largest of them all, but the 3 of the 4 over 1.5 carats, which is a remarkable size to get in pink sapphires. So we got some lovely cuts here, some great designer styles, lots of big diamond weights, and now get to drop them all to their lowest price. But hear me out on this, because this is what I need you to understand about this particular blowout. That's the idea. Somebody asked me just the other day, yes, but if there are 4 pieces on a wheel or 3 pieces on a wheel and they're a blowout, aren't they all different prices? Well, that's the beauty of a blowout. We take what have been differing prices in the past and we drop them down to the rock bottom low. So you get a better value. So that's why they don't go any lower once it's on a blowout. So that's why that word blowout is up there. It's the lowest price they will be. And we have pieces that started at $69.99 and then went up to $79.99. So basically $7,000 and $8,000 pieces up here, because, and I know it's, I'll go literally weeks without having a pink sapphire. I go weeks where I never show you one. And that's not because I don't love them. I just told you, I love them. They're just really expensive stones. Back when I started a long time ago, 25 years ago in this business. I've been doing TV a long time, but this business of jewelry, 25 years ago. When I started, they were $9,000 a carat wholesale. I worked with wholesalers. I still work with wholesalers. They were $9,000 a carat. I still quote that. You got to remember that's a conservative estimation, because obviously everything's gone up. There's nothing that's the same price today as it was 25 years ago. Not a thing. You can't name one thing that is, and especially in jewelry. So keep in mind, $9,000 a carat when I started, which was back in the ancient olden days. Here's what we have. And by the way, there's actually 18 karat gold is the one that's front and center here. The rest are 14K. The gold colors are going to be staying the way they are. So they all stay in white gold. We just need to know your ring size. And now we get to blow them out for better than $7,000. And call me, because this is the lowest price they've ever been. It's the lowest price they ever will be. And the truth is they're all going to go because the price is so good, so then they don't come back. So then your opportunity is missed entirely. So that's what, when we see them so seldom, and when you can watch other places and you see pink sapphires of this size going for $15,000 and $20,000, and they're included and they're poorly cut. Listen, a stone that's included in poorly cut is not even going to make it to our jewelry. The process, and one day I'm going to have to do a video and take you through the process of how we create jewelry. I think everyone thinks that like a jewelry store just drops it here on our doorstep and then I come up here and, you know, just put them up. There's a process, and it's a lengthy one that goes into it. And the first thing that really is one of the more time-consuming aspect is the way that every stone is hand-selected. There are tens of thousands of stones I could show you, and yet only the top 1% actually get here into jewelry, in finished pieces. That's so important to remember, is how selective we are, which is why every time you tune in, you go, everything's just so perfect. Everything's so good. Like, everything's so flawless. That's a big thing. We're proud of that, because there's a whole process that goes into that to make sure that's the case. And they're natural stones, so when I say perfect, I'm talking about you don't see those wonky cuts, we don't see the big old inclusions that take away from the beauty. and they're not going to be 69, 59, 49. When we go to blowouts, this is where some of our shoppers will only shop blowouts because they know that's where the huge value lies. That's where you're never going to see a better price tag. That's where you take full advantage, and I will take them lower than even $4,999. You got to understand that's such an impressive price tag, even on a per carat level, and these are all well over a carat. Most are closer to 2. And we're going to make it better than $49, $39, even $29.99. You're going to pick your favorite. All 4 will go. There's not a doubt in my mind that these are headed out of here today because they're just exotic. And if you find them anywhere else, you're going to pay crazy money. So leave it to us to finally say, here's all the best pink sapphires we have. Let's reduce them down in price. Most of them were made some time ago. We're going drastically under cost for you. That's what blowouts also entail. So instead of 29, and if you haven't dialed yet, you still got time. But probably not a lot of it because as this price continues to drop, and it will. And remember, every single one is unheated. Every single one has BS diamonds and a lot of them around it. We've got the 18 karat gold in the front center. The rest are in 14 karat gold, and there's a lot of gold in all of the rings. And this is almost like this heart shape. Did you notice the little heart shape pattern on each side? It's like a sideways heart with the diamonds in between. This is more traditional side-to-side diamonds. This one's got a lot of cutouts with that wider border of 2 rows. Oh, I hope you get your favorite because we're starting to get really busy on the phone lines, and I know they're going to sell out. And it's just a matter of saying, which one do you like first? Because they're not 29 or 28. Every one of them is the same price. So you can go oversized, you can go 18 karat gold, you can go more diamond weight. You're getting the same price. Everybody pays the same price, whichever one of the 4 you choose, but they're not 28. I wish I could make jewelry at this kind of affordable level. I wish anybody could make jewelry at this affordable price tag. This is where, and we are starting to get so busy. I wish I had 7 or 8 or 9 to show you. I don't. We've got what the 4 we have here. That's it. Ceylon unheated, big sizes, big sizes. The very first piece of fine jewelry, if this gives you any perspective, the very first piece of fine jewelry I ever bought for myself from a network I worked at was about 25 years ago. It was a pink sapphire. It is, I have the ring to this day. It's a 90-point stone. It has 43 points in diamonds. It's in 14 karat white gold. And I paid, and I kid you not, it's 25 years ago. 25 years ago. I paid $29.99 for that ring. Teeny stone, little 14 karat gold ring. It's a little itty bitty. I never wear it anymore. I never do. But I can't part with it because it's sentimental. It was like the moment that I felt like I'd made it in the fine jewelry world because I bought my first piece of fine jewelry that I was offering. So that's when I felt like, okay, that was a big moment. And now I look at these pink sapphires today in 2026, when honestly, I did not, I mean, my goodness, when you start off in a business that you don't know, when I was doing something entirely different, and you never dream about 25 years later doing the same thing. But it's not the same thing because my values are better today than they were 25 years ago. And that is remarkable. Look at this at $28.99. And these are bigger, better stones, far better diamond quality. I'm not doing 28, 27, 26, 25. Let me know, Jason, do you already have a favorite up there? Left, right, front, back? What are we thinking? We're like in the front center, 18 karat gold they like, huh? Item number is 8635 on the front and center. Call me, it's not $25.99. This is the one I love too, Jason, because it's got diamonds on the profile. The profile of the ring is gonna show you diamonds. I'll show it on the hand here, why not? Let's get them started. Take a look at that Asher. There's a purpley element to it. Look at the arches. There's little arcs of pave on the sides. That's both profile angles. They're not 25. They're not 24. I'll keep going. I got to sell all 4 because if we don't, what are we going to sell? What are we going to sell today? If we don't have those go out the door, there's no hope for anything else. This is the moment. This is the way to go. And they're not going to be $24.99. I'll take them even lower, and it's a free-for-all. It's a matter of please dial early or else you miss out, and don't come crying because I tell you all the time, you get on the phone lines and nobody abides by it except those really like you. If you know, you know. And if you're that real true TVON devotee, you know how important it is to be on the phone lines early, ready to go. This is not $24.99 per piece. You let me know which one you like. I can't believe what I'm doing here. Again, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen it all. I've seen a lot of big values in my day, but where on earth are you going to find a value like this? Anywhere else on planet Earth, we are blowing them out. They're not, just say sold when you know, because you're still going to save the money. You're still going to get the discount. You're still going to get the savings. And I'll tell you right now, they're going to sell out. I just know there's going to be people really upset that they missed out. That is not something I can control. I would love to have 3 of these, like each. I would love to have 10 of each. I don't. They wouldn't be rare if I did. They wouldn't be a big deal. They wouldn't be $7,000 pieces if I had a bunch of them. If I could mass produce jewelry, I'd mass produce jewelry. We deal in a finer quality. We deal in a higher level that cannot be mass produced. It's not because we don't want to. It's not because we don't have the shoppers. It's because we only deal in the top quality. And this is not 24 or 23. Let's keep going. I'll blow them out right now, make them $2,299. I'm at your mercy today. I just need you to take my jewelry. Yes. The back center is my other favorite, because if you want a lot of diamond weight and the perfect, yeah. Which one? Left side. Okay, I'll do that next, and then the left side's gone. Take a look at this one. This is for Andy's collar. That's going to be item number 1129550. That is the 167, and it's got 109 in diamonds. So this one's verifying. I can try on the one on the left, which is already sold. Let me know, Jason, if you want the Asher cut in the center. That one's available. Here's what it looks like. Look at that 167. Item number 9550, 109 in diamonds, side to side. Stays in the white gold. That one should be gone. Let me show you the left side. It is gone, I think. Here's the left side. This one's gone as well. That's the round. That round is 327. Yeah. Okay. So the one I just had on the hand is gone. This one's already gone as well. This is the round with the almost like heart-shaped details sideways. That's 3275. 153 again unheated, and that's also 109 in diamonds. So going to be the 109 diamond weight, just like the last one was. This one's also gone. And then let's take a look at what's left. We have the Asher cut or the cushion cut. So Joanne, you did get that one? Yes, okay, and then Andy's got the other. This is what's left, Asher cut in the 18 karat gold, or the largest of the whole bunch, yeah. The right side gone, that's gonna be 1128243, and let me try that on for you, Jason. That's a 182 with a 93 point diamond weight, so just under a carat in that wider band Lazzo gold. And then apparently we're leaving our 18 karat gold for the last, and that'll be an item number 1128635, which I'll show you now up close and centered up. That's my 18 karat gold. This was the 1 carat 15 Asher. It's the one, yeah. Sure, it's on the hand now probably. Yeah, it's probably on their screen now because I just did. So it's just that delay. So yes, and let me know if they need to see it again if they missed it. But here's our last available at $22.99. It's the 18 karat. That is the 18 karat upgrade there. The rest are gone. This is the 115, and it does have a 93 point diamond weight. Funny how two had 109 and 2 have 93. So crazy, weird coincidence there, but that's the way you shop the side detail. Look at the big diamonds that are channel set down the sides of the band, and then you've got the pave, which I'll show you on the profile, and that's going to be that. So last chance, last call. It's our last one available, and that is $22.99. Here is that profile perspective on the ring. So you can see what that looks like there with the pave arcs that you have throughout. That's going to be either side. And then the platform also has that side detail. And then there are your channel set 5. Look at that, 5 big diamond round brilliants on the channel. That means they're set into, think of it like there's 2 grooves of gold and the diamonds are set between them. So it's really important. $22.99. Let's get to our emerald. Then we've got our top of the hour coming up, which is the Russian demantoid, which will do an incredible blowout and a couple of the yellow diamond drop necklaces. 5 different diamond drops. They're like dewdrops of diamonds. Just a reminder that that is $9.99 and 2 left. And let me show it to you again in case you missed it, because I know there's busy Sundays like they are in January. Well, it means some of you are popping in and out at different times. So let me also show you what was 0010 coming up. This is just a look at that diamond necklace. We only have a couple left from our top of the hour special. We'll take a look at it here on the neckline. It's my 1 carat yellow diamond necklace. It's going to be 5 stones of 20 points each. And you see, you just kind of give it a little shake so they all just drop perfectly from the neckline. That one is a little backwards there. There we go. Okay. So this is the 5 stone yellow diamond necklace that we have for you, and the 1 carat total weight. And again, give it a little shake because then they sit beautifully. Okay. It's been sitting here on a table. So it's really special. 20 points in the yellows, and that's each. And that's 1 carat total weight and a lot of gold, and adjustability 16, 17, 18 inches. So just a reminder there. And then we'll go back to our pink sapphire because that one's got to go and should. So that will be $22.99, last one available. And then we've got our big emerald coming up, a 1 carat. A Colombian stone, when we've been showcasing a few of the Zambian stones the last, oh, look at that. Wow, if only it was set a little more straight, but I've already made a note about that. So item number is 1130056 coming up, and then let me know on that Astrocut pink, and we'll have that for you at $22.99. Only a couple of pieces left from the show. So here's the couple of things I need from you guys. I would need you to call and ask about anything you want to see from earlier if you're still thinking about it, because we've only got a couple pieces left. We'll recap them all, and then they'll go. And then we also want to remind you that we still have that big top of the hour coming up, our Russian demantoid. I know we haven't seen it. It's going to be a challenge just for me because we haven't seen them in a while. It's been a long while since we've seen anything in Russian demantoid at all, even like a tiny stone. We got a big stone coming up, and then we have our last couple of the yellow diamonds, and then we're going to take requests for the next hour too because we want to make sure that those got in. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that, but okay. All right. Like, yeah, I'm going to have to think about that for a second. All right, so here we go with our Astrocut. Sorry, I just got a note. So we'll have to figure that out. But here we are. Here's what we have for you in a Colombian emerald. They ask a lot of me, I'll tell you. Here's our very, very special 1 carat Astrocut. I love this one because this is, well, kind of a bigger version of a ring we saw the other day. And it is our 1 carat. So again, go into the Colombian here, Muzo Mine, Colombian emerald. And it's our 1 carat with 7 points in diamonds. I don't know how. It looks like, come on, there's more than 7 diamonds. They're more than 1 point. So I said this the other day, it's not. It can't be. That would be impossible. I've got basically right here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what gives? It's not 7 points in diamonds, but that's okay. If we're calling it that and you're getting more, then I'll take free diamonds. Like I said, no one ever gives me free diamonds. I give you free diamonds. So happens quite frequently, it seems like, but we can do any gold color you like on this. It's done in the solid gold. It's one of those heftier rings, which I think is great. So this is really, really important. 1 carat Colombian's tough to do because that's that, when they hit that size, you've kind of gotten to the really rare territory. So we've got a 1 carat here. Stunning, stunning. 7 points, sure, asterisk there. 7 points at least, we'll call it a minimum. And then it's got so much gold. It's like this big, heavy band. It's got the nice wide style to it, but it's also got diamonds sprinkled within. And you've got a lot of luxury here. Cable work, mill grain. There's actually 2 different levels of mill grain here as well. A finer mill grain that's a little more delicate, a little bit bolder. Mill grain as well. Sure, Myra, I will. I will do that for you. Yes. Myra, let me know what I can do is this. Let me know when you're actually watching the show, and then I'll be able to flash it for you. I don't want you to miss it, okay? Because that's what happens every time. So I want to make sure you're watching. Let me know when you are. You could even call in. Like, you don't have to buy it, but you could just call in so you don't miss out, because that I know, it's painful. So here's what we've got for you on the emerald. We've got the emerald here with the 7 points in the diamonds. I'm going to show it on the hand here. It's a really stunning look because it's a lot of gold. It's wide, it's beautifully done, but how about that glow? It's a push-pull situation with the emeralds because usually you're either going to get a lighter color that has a little more clarity or a deeper color that's richer, which is what you want, but then it's usually got less clarity. So that is why I point out this one to you, is because it's delivering both. It's giving you the bold, bright color. It's giving you gorgeous clarity, all at the same time. In the wider band, which is not oversized, it's going to taper a little bit, but still, look, it doesn't get skinny. It's still got a nice little oomph to it. And this is what it looks like up front. Look at that emerald. The glow on this emerald is second to none. Still getting you Colombian. It's Muzo Mine material. I'm going to blow it out. I'm going to try to find a way here to make this happen, even though it's got a $49.99 price tag on it. So we'll try to help you out here. And then let me know, 1 pink sapphire's left. It's kind of like that day where we just got like one thing every like 30 minutes. 1 thing is left. So we'll recap everything. We'll get everything out the door eventually here. Is that Myra on the line, Jason? Okay, let me know if it is, and then we'll flash her star ruby that I found for her this morning. Let's do this. Better than 49, yes. She is watching. She didn't want to stay on the phone lines. It's exactly what I advise against, but let me just flash this for her just to see. I found her when she missed out on one yesterday, or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. And these days just all run together. Look at that. That's my star ruby. So it's the only thing I have quite like it. And she didn't want something as big necessarily. So here's what I had. It's a 2 carat 16 unheated star ruby. Same color as what we saw the other day. And 62 points. Very classic setting here with the halo. And that's going to be our 62 point diamond halo. By the way, first caller on this one, it's white gold only. That's going to be here for only $18.88. So it's a big ruby. It is special to get the round as well. You get that round stone. The star is really defined. If I walk around here and just block one of the lights, you'll see it a little bit better. And then we'll show you here. See that? That's a defined star. And what you're seeing reflecting in the band is the emerald, because that's in just waiting in the wings here. But look at that. There's that star ruby. So defined, so amazing. There's the other one. So you can see I'm blocking either light here. Don't worry, the hands are insured. They really are. So again, I'm always at risk of burning my hands when I do that, but they're insured. They're fine. They're good. It's like, who was it that insured her legs? Was it Mary Hart many years ago? And she was like kind of made all those waves because she was always on what, Entertainment Tonight, and she was always, was it Mary Hart? I think she insured her legs. Anyway, point is, and now she just sits at baseball games for a living. That's the life I want to live right there. She sits front row at every Dodger game, sits in the best seat in the house every day. That's a good life. It's a good life. All right, so here we go. This one, 1888. Let's get back to our emerald. I want to show that emerald again. That was just a little flash there. Here's the bright, beautiful emerald that we're waiting on. Let's blow it out. Let's get you a value. All that gold. It's like the gold of 4 rings, but all in one. Super stunning, and we're going to send it on out. Blow it. I mean, guys, blow it out of the water. I cannot get $49.99 on any piece with the way I've been blowing out jewelry all week long. This has been like the sale, but better. It's been like a sale on steroids without a sale banner. It has been that week, and it's going to continue that way, because if I have the privilege and the pleasure of showing markdowns in fine jewelry that nobody else on the planet can do, you know I'm going to run with it. You know I'm going to bring it. And we're going to do this right now in any gold you want and make it just, you know what, send it out. Not even $2,500. There's your 50% off discount. I'll keep on going. How about this? It's not even $2,000. Always special to hit that 1 carat mark in the emerald world. We've done it. And yet with the price tag acting like it's a 50-pointer. It's not $19.99, $18.99, skip it all. We'll go $1,777 on the big band of emerald. And you know, for those of us that understand, gold is more valuable than even diamonds are right now. And diamonds are still valuable. It's not like diamonds dropped. It's not like diamonds are devaluing. Diamonds aren't dropping in price. They're going up too. But nothing's going up like gold is. So it's like when you get gold, even if you get a lighter diamond weight, like let's see, this is a lighter diamond weight. They're kind of like they're sprinkled in. It's as if you did, like if it was a fabric, it'd be lace with crystals embedded into the lace. Ooh, sounds good. But only prettier when you get into gold and diamonds sprinkled into your gold. And so it keeps it almost more casual. It's like a casual vibe because you've got the super bold gold, which is really all but a lost art right now. You're not going to see bold gold going forward anywhere unless it's a plated. That's going to be a different story. Obviously, we're already seeing some of the other fine jewelers on TV start to do that because they're having to out of necessity. And you know why they're doing that? Because they have to. They can't just charge $25,000 for what they used to charge $20,000 for. Because people know that. You as a consumer are smart. And the reason why they're having to go plated, they're having to go with sterling silver bases and plate them with gold metal and do like 1 micron of gold, or see maybe rhodium over some sterling. We're not doing that because we have the incredible rare moment where we are our own manufacturers. So we've been melting down pieces, taking the old gold that you didn't want, melting it down so that we don't have to buy gold at the new age gold pricing, which then in turn saves you money on the brand new jewelry like what you're seeing right now. So that's a privilege you have when you make your own jewelry. You have the freedom to melt down your own pieces and make your new pieces and repurpose that gold and not have to pay the market value that's out there today. That's what we're doing. And when you look at that ring, you understand it. You see it. That becomes really evident, doesn't it? So that'll be $1,777. We'll keep on rocking. And that's going to be it, guys. $1,777. That's demantoid time is in about 3 minutes. a very important Russian demantoid in a massive size is coming out to play. It's not going to be for everybody. We already had one demantoid come out by request. It wasn't for everybody. It's the Namibian stone. We're going to bring the Russian stone, which tends to be even more rare, and we'll show that to you at the top of the hour. I just want to make sure that you are reminded that there's also only still 2 left on the necklace that I'm going to show you with 5 stones. And they were diamond, that is yellow diamond drops. And I just want to remind you that as we look at item number 0010, so 10, if you will, item 10, this is something I just wanted to drop a little hint, because somebody special watching is going to be perhaps getting a diamond drop necklace from a very, very special husband. So just drop in a little hint on our diamond drops in the yellow diamonds. And that is, and maybe her initials might just be TBZ, maybe, just drop in that hint there. So $9.99. So that's our beautiful yellow diamond necklace, and what a piece it is. So just 2 left. So let's go back to our emerald here. Thank you so much, everybody who was shopping the necklace, and then we'll get to our demantoid coming up at the top of the hour. What other questions or requests, or what would you, because at the time, when we get to the top of the hour, my demantoid is my last new item. So I'm going to have a whole hour of like, freestyling. And it's really about your requests. What do you want to see on the show? Although I did bring out some very, very large opals. Let me just flash these and see if anybody's interested. I have some incredible Lightning Ridge Australian opals. It is bye-bye time for these opals. They're very large. This is one of them. Okay, that was remember that for 13,000? Here's another. These are all about 5 carats too. So here's the other one. Yikes, these are like a forklift to hold them. Look at that. That's a huge opal. Then I've got the 4 carat that has 227 in diamonds. Would anybody like the biggest black opals we have? And that one's got a huge diamond weight as well. That's 227 in diamond weight alone to go with your 4 carat opal. So we'll get to those. If any of those look amazing to you, if any of those are intriguing, we will have those for you. But our top of the hour is about 40 seconds. So let me go ahead and set you up with this gorgeous Russian demantoid. Item number is 1130027. We're about to get into the rarest green stone that exists. And for those of you that say, no, you're wrong, so what's going on? That would be green diamond. No, it's not. There is a stone that is completely mined out. The only place, and I haven't seen one in a wholesale world in a while, so this is something even here at TVON we used to have semi-regularly. It would be here, we'd have maybe one, keep in mind smaller stone, approximately 1 a month. Those days are over. Those of you that watch the show know we haven't seen anything in the world of Russian demantoid at all. Nothing. This is a vault stone that we decided to bring out specialty for our fabulous Sunday. Welcome into our Sunday, what's left of it. We only have 1 hour left in our entire week. This is last call on anything you've seen today. Please let me know if you have any requests, because there aren't a whole lot of items to show you that haven't been seen already. So we really want to help you out with your requests, show you what you'd like to see, help you out in any way we can. This demantoid is crazy rare. So this is a specialty stone. It's our carat 40 Russian demantoid. It's off the charts rare, and it's beautiful to boot because, well, it's high dispersion. So you gotta like sparkle. If you don't like sparkle, please, this is not for you. This is the ultimate high-level sparkle stone. It's a collectible. I kind of realize we got to go into it a little bit here because otherwise no one's going to know what this is. And if you're not familiar with demantoid, and again, if you watch our show or you watch any show, and I know you watch all of them, you don't see it much of anywhere. So we want to give you a little heads up as to what it is and why a carat 40 is such a colossal moment to get something like this. A carat 40 is, I want you to think of it in perspective of a diamond for a minute. I don't have carat 40 white diamonds ever on the show. And white diamonds are a dime a dozen, to the point where if we went to a wholesale world right now, like the wholesale jewelry district, for example, like downtown LA, like I got to drive through it every day, twice a day, every day of my life. Second biggest wholesale district in the entire country. There are diamond wholesalers. There are skyscrapers. Yes, there's a little, what they call, quote unquote, the retail down on Hill Street between 6 and 7. And you can walk in off the street and it's open to the public and blah, blah, blah. But then there's where I go. There's skyscrapers of buildings that go 35 feet in the air, and there's 35 floors of offices, diamond dealer offices, where you go and meet, and they'll have these little, they're like this size. They're like little diamond papers, and every diamond individually is wrapped, and they're all stacked, and they will have cabinets, like file cabinets full of individual diamonds wrapped in diamond paper and whatever you need. If we walked there together and we were saying, let's just see what we have I'll take a look at what you have in a carat 40 white diamond. Pick a cut, pick a color, pick a clarity. Do you want a cert or no cert? There would be literally tens of thousands of them to look at. And not that they're saying they're cheap, they're not. A decent quality SI1, round brilliant, carat 40 diamond right now, white diamond, dime a dozen. There's file cabinets full of them in the wholesale world. But you're still going to pay about, right now, about $12,000. Wholesale, just for an SI. Slightly included, 140 white diamond. Great deal with all my connections, wholesale only. About $12,000. That's the best value I could get, carat 40. That's a white diamond. Now let's conversely think about how that compares to the same size in a stone called, yes, funny little name, Russian demantoid. Sounds like some kind of maybe robot that maybe is in a sci-fi thriller movie, something like that. But it's actually a gemstone, one of the rarest in the world, that also gives you one of the highest dispersion levels of any stone. And there are only a couple of sources that were ever mined. We saw the Namibian material in the 391 earlier today, and now we're seeing the carat 40 out of Russia, which is really, really well known as kind of considered the best because it has the brightest of greens. It puts green diamonds to shame. You've seen green diamonds in our Sari pieces. They're not this color. They're a definite more nature-inspired mossy color. This is more like electric, neon, bright, bold, and that high dispersion level. And the thing about Russian demantoids is they're also going to give you a horsetail inclusion, which is very unusual because that's how you know it's Russian. You look for that little wispy bisylite inclusion. That's when you know it's Russian material. Now we have our carat 40. We also have 54 points in what I call the exclamation halo because it's like a halo, but it's got the tapered baguettes and then the rounds. And it's going to be a full 54 points in diamonds, but it's really about the stone. The gold's great. You got 2,000 in the band, blah, blah, blah. But now we're talking 140 Russian demantoid, which I have only had in my 9+ years here. I have only had, I think there have been 3 Russian demantoids ever that I brought you over 1 carat on this show. That's 9 years. That's like 5 shows at least a week. Guys, 52 weeks in a year, 9 years of doing this. That's like 470 weeks, 5 shows a week minimum. That's 2,350 shows, 3 hours a show, again at least. 7,000 hours. You figure roughly I got probably 20 pieces an hour. So that's like 140,000 pieces of jewelry. Roughly, just doing the rough math that I've had at TVON. That's just a rough estimate. Figure 150,000 pieces of jewelry, just individual styles of jewelry. Not to mention the 30 and the 40 and the 50 we might sell of diamond piece here or two pieces. So figure roughly 150,000 pieces of jewelry I've had here, standing on this set, on this show over the last 9 years. And I've had 3 Russian demantoids over 1 carat. That's staggering. Staggering numbers. Staggering to think about. And here's your way to get one. Jason, are you already thinking about this? Because kudos to them, collector. We got collectors in the house. And I'm so happy to see that. I love our collectors because you know this. You know this material. You appreciate this material. You've been probably waiting, saying, where's the Russian? Well, that tells you if they're gone, they're gone. So this one's out of our private collection vault. It is the highest end. I remember the Namibian stone. Now, Lydia just asked for that earlier, a couple minutes into the show. She called up and just said, can she show me the 391 Namibian? We showed it. It's still here. It's a great discount. But the Russian stones are so much more rare. And this, of course, being the round, and it's got great finishing on the inside, and then I'll show it to you on the hand. And you can have any gold you want, Jason. So if I don't know why they chose yellow now, but usually we see them in white, but hey, you choose. Choose the gold color you want. But here's the deal. Since I never have this stone, and I never have this size, relatively speaking, I mean, really, I don't. Carat 40. When I've had a 1 carat, that's a big deal. Do you remember? Because this has been a while. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago I had the last 1 carat. The 1 carat was what? Wasn't that $12,000 and sold? It's so much different to get a carat 40. It's like diamonds, only more rare. It's like hundreds of thousands of times more rare than diamonds. So every point counts in a diamond. If you go from a 1 to a 101 to a 103 to a 110 to a 130 to a 140, guys, you know how diamonds exponentially increase in value. What about demantoids that are so much more rare? I'm just going to do something wild because my goal is still, I show up here on a daily basis to give away jewelry, to still give the opportunity to get the best, own the rarest, and get it at a value. And when I can't do that anymore, you won't see me here. So here's what I'm going to do. I love this moment because here it is listed at only $19,999. Great value, great newer design for us too, with that decadent starlight, star bright mounting. I love it because it actually does look like exclamation points. And boy, there are going to be a lot of exclaiming when you get this at home. Not to mention every time you put it on your hand and wear it, where everybody's going, I don't know what that is, but I love your ring. I think a lot of people might assume it's a green diamond, probably not having seen too many in natural, but just know that it's far more rare than those are. I've had more green diamonds than I've had Russian demantoids over 1 carat. And again, this isn't just a carat 101 or a carat 05. This is a carat 40. So getting close to a carat and a half in size, and it's not going to be $19,999. Okay. So now we're going to do this. I'm even tempted to put on the auction block. Jason's caller just hung up. They just said, no thanks. Jason said, it's $19,999. Would you like it? And she or he said, Jason, I know that we do some different things here. I do some different things. I do things I'm not supposed to do. Here's what I'm going to offer for you. I know that $19,999 is not going to work. I already know that. I had literally 2 people hang up because they were hoping for a better value. And then they're like, yeah, it's what I figured. It's Russian demantoid. It's what happens. It's what happens when you get a Russian demantoid of that size. It's going to be 20 grand. I'm going to put it on the auction block. Opening it up to everybody. And I mean everybody. Even if you're brand new and you've never heard of a rare stone and you don't know what natural stones are about, you don't get, if you just love the look, like let's skip the rarity. If you just like the way it looks, because you should, it's jewelry. You're going to wear it. It's going to be on your body. You want to like the way the ring looks, like the way the stone acts, like what it brings you for brilliance, which is beyond. You can wear the best diamond out there. You can wear a flawless diamond. It's not going to sparkle like the stone does. It will not. It cannot. Here's how you do this, guys. It's not even $19,000. I'm putting on the auction block, Tony. I want to open it up to everybody. I know this moment is rare, and I'm not starting at 19. It's going to be the same result. I'm going to have people hanging up. I don't want to start at 19. I don't want to start at 15. I just had earlier today by request, I had this really important Namibian stone, got it down to 10 grand. Here's the thing. I am going to give you a stunning, stunning, stunning opportunity. It's not even $10,000 to start. And we have nobody on the phone lines. And this is where if you were already dialed in and you hung up because you saw 20 grand and it got scary, you call me now. Because I'm going to do better than even $10,000 because my mission in life is to give you the most incredible jewelry and not just say, you got to be a millionaire to own it. Or you got to have unlimited funds to own it. That is not what I want. I want to say, here's the most exotic we can bring. Let's make it actually possible, feasible, and not only that, but affordable. $10,000, it will not be. When we talk about rare, and I know when we usually see rare these days, it's what? It's Paraíba, it's fancy colored diamonds. I've got yellow diamonds, pink diamonds, purple diamonds, green diamonds. Yes, they're usually small, 10 points, 5 points, somewhere in that range. The rarest we really show you are now in the tourmaline world, the diamond world, the tanzanites that are museum reserve. This is rarer than all of those. I'm sorry to say, there are different levels of rarity out there. This is rarer than those. Here's what I'm going to do. We're not going to ask for 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 or 6. Never happens. but I realize this is a bit of a reissue. It's like a redo. We haven't seen these in a long time. So we got to do something absolutely wild. And this is wild. And it will not be even 6,000 or, you know what, guys? I'm at your mercy here. We got to move some jewelry. We got 50 minutes left in our week. We can have this right out to you. And I'm going to do better than $6,000. And I should not. And I'm going to try something, and we're going to get busy. And it's $10 on the increment still. I really want to make it easy, even though we're talking about such a high-value item. With a TVON price of $20,000, and I'm going to say $5,500 to get it going. 55. Let's get to it, and you'll never, ever see anything like this again. We know what's in our private collection. This is out of the private collection. Do you remember earlier when I told you there's a special vault that houses the really important pieces? No different than when you have the really, really, really high end of the museum, where you've got to go through extra security and there's extra folks on guard for pieces in the high district of the museum when it's all rare. The demantoid we had out in Namibia was in that collection. So was this. And just a few days ago it was a loose stone. And now, here it is. $5,500. $5,500. And no open yet, and not a single, listen, if it's not for anybody today, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to preview this. I didn't tell you about it because I didn't know it was going to be here today. I thought it was going to be next week. So here it is, and I'm showing on the early side. And listen, we can always do it next week. We could then, you know, what? Can you imagine what would happen if I had the opportunity to tell you about this on Wednesday night and Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night and build up the excitement level, build up the hype, if you will, which deserving of the hype, isn't it? When you know this stone, you know the stone. If I had the opportunity, I'll tell you right now, if I told you this was coming up next Sunday, the 18th of January, and we just talked about it and got you ready and got everybody to tell a friend, and then we had the whole industry watching, and we said we're going to show it at noon on Sunday, January 18th. Can you imagine the kind of collectors we would have gathered? And we could start, you know what, we'd have a fight at $19,000. We'd have people buying. We'd have people coming on in, people bidding against each other at a $20,000 open. I didn't get that luxury, and I want to give it to you now. And that way you get to save the money, and just based on necessity. We got to move it, and not $5,500. What if we go to $5,000 instead? What about $5,000? Does that make a difference? On a carat 40, I used to sell these stones loose way back in the day. Some of you might remember 2004, 2005, 2006. I sold a lot. I spent my Friday nights, my Tuesday nights, my Thursday nights selling these loose. And not carat 40s, but demantoids. Little stones, 10 pointers, 15 pointers, 20 pointers. You couldn't buy a 20-point stone for this price. Back then, we're going to make it better than $5,000. I am determined. Now I feel like we're into it. We're into it, and now I could always take it down and say, let's do it. We'll show it next week. But it wouldn't be this value. It wouldn't be this in the now moment. Let's reward those of you that are ready to shop now and take advantage of the value. I knew it. This would be a challenge. We don't see them anymore. It's hard to sell things that people don't understand or know. And that's why I feel so passionate about teaching and educating, and hopefully, like, this feels like a blast from the past moment. This is what we used to talk about on a semi-regular basis, and now it's back. Carat 40 brought it out of the vault just to have something fresh and new and different that you haven't seen, and we're going to go better than $5,000. Now it's just a silly, like, this is a who's paying attention deal. This is a big moment. This is really one of those important pieces that right now is 75% off. Got to put it that way. That seems a little, you know, for those of you who are saying, I missed 10% off. How about 75% off? How about better? It's not going to be $5,000 open. At this point, I'm figuring it's probably not going to go. Like, at this point, if it's not going at $5,000, probably doesn't matter what I do, which is good. So I'm just going to try to just throw this out there. If anybody wants to get it started, it would be below our cost, yeah, by a mile. The diamonds are gorgeous, the mountings, everything. You got $2,000 in the gold by itself. Just that band is $2,000. So with the demantoid and everything else, I'm going to go less than $4,999. I'm just going to make this an easy deal. But you got to call. 49's great, 48's better, 47's kind of getting a little cuckoo. We're going to go better than $47 and better than $4,600. But again, you got to dial. You got to dial. It's not going to be $4,600. I think we're going to have some fun with this. Try it, see what happens. If you want to come in, you come in. Not a lot of competition today. That's good. That's a good thing. We're going to go to $4,500. 45. And we'll see what happens. 45, my last attempt here. It's my last feeble attempt to get this one home. Today, not next week, not hype it all week and then get everybody here and then get 20 grand. Let's do it today. 4,500, I'll give it 60 seconds to get it started. And collectors are welcome. And if you're not a collector yet, you're about to be. You put in a bid on this one, if you win it, you're about to be a collector, a big time collector. The one that you could turn around the following day that you get it and say, look what I got. You could resell it for more. I mean, that's just, again, those are options. But if you want to wear it and enjoy it and know that you're owning one of the luxuries of all of the gem world, this is it. We have 30 seconds. And like I said, it's kind of like when you don't get 10 grand, when you don't get excited at 10 grand, it doesn't matter what I do. It's probably just going to stay, and it just means the right shopper may not be here today for it. That's okay too. Again, there's just different audience, different days. You never know. Nobody knew this was coming. I didn't know this was coming. I thought it was going to be next week. I might just take it down and maybe we'll just talk about it all week long. You'll be so tired of hearing about the carat 40 demantoid, but here it is. And if you want to get it started, I'm going to try it on again. And remember, you do get to change the gold. I personally want to see it in white. I don't know. I feel like my inclination is get it in white. That's just my instinct, is go for the white gold. That's what I'd like to see happen. Rose gold's fine too. If you love it the way it is, or like you only wear yellow gold, you can leave it there. I heard a phone ring, so I'm gonna see if we've got the open. It's probably a request or something, which is great too. I'll take those as well. We've got about 40 minutes left in our entire week together, so if there is anything in jewelry you wanna shop for and I can help you with that, please let me know what that is, okay? So here we are at 40. Do we have 45? I'm going to try it on again. Sure. Here it is on the hand, and this is the inside. This is the inside real quick. And then we can also take a look and peer in through the back and see if it's clean, which it is. We already know that. But look at that from the back side. Not as many inclusions. There's like nowhere to hide from the back. You can't tuck in those inclusions. Now remember, there's an actual valuable inclusion to this because there would be a horsetail inclusion, which is not something you see with the naked eye. But I say invest into like a $5 loop. It's spelled L-O-U-P-E, by the way, because I know everyone spells that wrong because it's like carrot. You know, everyone says, I like this carrot, and it's C-A-R-R-O-T. No, it's, then it gets confusing because there's the carat of gold, the carat purity of gold, which is with a K, K-A-R-A-T, and then there's the carat weight of a stone, which is C-A-R-A-T, so just FYI. But also loop, L-O-U-P-E. So if you're looking for one online and you go online and want to pick one out for $5, it's a great investment to have to help look internally at your stones and get a much more magnified view of your stones, okay? So invest in one, you'll be able to see the horsetail inclusion when you do. So just if you don't have one at home, I recommend it if you get a Russian demantoid, especially one of this size. Let's go back up close and see if we've got anybody thinking about it. Probably not. That's okay too. I can keep it and we can talk about it all week long. But it would not be $4,500. This is just my little kind of test. Do we have 45 or no? I'm seeing 2 people on the phone lines, but no, so maybe, okay, we can wait. Do you guys want to do this at the end of the show? I mean, we're kind of there. We've only got about 39 minutes left, so. And hey, Lee S., thank you so much. Thank you for your email. I'll get back to you in full detail on that. Yeah, but great questions, and yeah, that's no, yeah, it's funny when she said, is Sari like a downgrade for you guys? Well, no, not really. But just in a word, Lee, since you're watching, Lee, the colored diamonds aren't graded that way. Yeah, colored diamonds aren't graded like that in Pave. Yeah, it's just not graded that same way. We don't talk about clarity gradings on colored diamonds that are accent stones. Do we have the open at 45? Shoot, we got it. Okay, well, okay, guys, now I'm in for it here. We've got the open. I'm thrilled for whoever's got it. Who is it? We'll find out. Now it's going to sell. So you know that whole thought of maybe talking about it all week and getting everybody here ready for it? Not going to happen. It's going out today, in the next couple of minutes. And there's only a $10 increment, so don't worry, because Right now I'm saving you over 75% off. So I would say to go up $10 shouldn't hopefully be yeah, it doesn't take the value away. The value is still the value. You're saving $15,500 right now. So going up another $10 over 45 or maybe 50 bucks or 100 bucks or whatever you got. Look at the savings you have, because when I tell you our TVON price, that's not a retail, that's not a wholesale, that's not a guys down the street price. That's our should be price that I should rightfully, if I was a good host with a big audience and a big hype, if I had the ability to tell you this was here, we'd be getting 20 grand. And you know, anybody who knows gems knows that's a great value. I have people who know gems. There are people out there that are watching the show and they're going, I know gems better than she does. And there are some of you that probably do. Maybe you have, maybe you've studied it. Maybe you've been in the business like I have. Maybe you've been in the business longer than I have. Maybe you've been collecting longer than I've been alive. Some of you have. You've been around gems. I'm getting up there, but you know, still there's a lot of you who have studied gems for longer than I've been on the planet. So, you know, a lot of you guys know gems really, really well. Really, really well. And those of you out there, y'all know right now. You're like, ha! That's a 20 grand ring, and that's a great deal. And you're right. You're right. And you're like, man, that girl, she got to find herself a new job because I should be getting 20 grand. And that is a great value. I'll be the first to say it. I've never seen really a TVON price that wasn't a great value. And if it is, I don't bother showing it to you. There are pieces sometimes that come along, but I'm not showing them on the air. I get a choice of what I get to show. I'm not going to show you anything that's not a great value. If I don't think it's a great value, you're not going to think it's a great value. And that 20 grand price, that's a great value. We have $4,500. It's going to sell. We've got the open, so we know it's going to go to somebody. You could still be that somebody. And boy, if you got a carat 40 Russian demantoid in your collection, you are a somebody. You know, people do that in LA all the time. They're like, she's somebody. You ever do that? You see someone, you're like, I know her. I know him. How do I know? Are you that guy? Are you that girl from TV? That, I get that a lot. People don't know my name, but they're like, I've seen you before. Probably flipping through the TV, right? That's the thing. You're somebody when you have a demantoid. Even if you have a 10-pointer. Give yourself a little pat on the back. 10-pointer, 50-pointer, you're a collector, you're somebody. You know your gems and you got a good one. But a carat 40, when we could go to that same downtown wholesale district and go 35 floors up into the skyscrapers and look at every single little gem paper they've got, and we could look at carat 40 white diamonds all day, not a one of those folks are going to have a carat 40 demantoid out of Russia. You got to have some serious pedigree in the business to even have once upon a time access to a carat 40 demantoid. Hey guys, are we ready to give it are we going to give it a clock? Are we all done? Are we done? We're a one and done. This is it. Okay, guys, here's the deal. I'm going to give you a final 2-minute clock, and this is going to be over. Not waiting till next week, not waiting till the end of the show. It's happening now. We are going to give it a final 2-minute clock. You have 2 minutes to jump in. Now, everybody always tells me, but wait, I called in, and I didn't get through in time, and it's sold, and I got through on the phone lines, and they told me it was already sold. That's because there's a delay. So if you're seeing 0 at home on the clock, that means it probably ended a minute ago. We give you 2 whole minutes, which is a lot of time, because it's not when there's a delay of 2 minutes almost. So take a look. We're going to give it our final call right now. 2 minutes and it's gone. 2 minutes and it's yours, and you have a money back guarantee. So if you're just feeling like there's a lot of pressure, it seems like a really good value, I think I should be doing it. That little voice inside of me says I should be bidding. I should make this mine. You really should, and you've got a full money back guarantee to figure it out if you want to do all your research. Listen, I give it 2 minutes doesn't give you a lot of time to like go to a lab and talk to your jeweler. Trust me, your jeweler's probably never heard of it unless he or she is really well versed in a long history of GIA studies and classes and reading and all that. They may not have ever heard of or seen a demantoid before. Do we have anybody on this one verifying besides our one open bidder? Let me know. Andy, help me kind of decipher what's going on out here, because I don't know what's going on, because I know there's also more people on the phone lines than bidding in the auction, because some people are making requests or asking about other things, and we're selling jewelry from earlier in the day, and we've had 2.5 hours, so we had a lot of jewelry. But this is it, $4,500. Oh my gosh, what have I done besides completely destroyed now? The diamond business I'm used to destroying, I destroy the diamond business on the daily. She is the diva who destroys the diamond business on the daily. But this is now destroying the demantoid market. This is, yeah, like there's a big market for it, but it is. It's like, okay, now we've just pretty much any future demantoid I would have, I'm ruining my ability to sell a 50-pointer for more money. That's for sure. So here's our last call, 4,500. Nobody else? Are we sure? 30 seconds. The opportunity is leaving us. The ring is here now. The opportunity is 20. Now, this is unheard of price tag for a carat 40. Unheard of. And I knew this would happen because we don't see it anymore. It feels like it might as well be the first time. Anybody thinking about this one? Anybody over here? Okay, so 4 seconds. They're like, well, you still have a couple seconds left to hope for a miracle. I'm always hoping for that end of the clock miracle. That's just me watching my favorite basketball team. Not to mention football yesterday, but I got it. I got 2 miracles yesterday, and they both went my way. They both went my way. hope yours go your way. 45, last call, once, twice. Do we have 4510 or more? Would somebody like to throw out a $5,000 bid? A little extra, like still saving 75% off Hail Mary? No? That's it? We're done? 4510, you got it? Yes, no? Sold. Congratulations, that's gone. Bye. No more demantoids. Take a look at my opal wheel. Oh, little opal wheel. No, it is a colossal opal wheel that I have coming up. Not even probably fair to put these 3 up together because this is going to take so much room to show you all 3, but look at this. Okay, so we're going to head on back. Zoom it back. Wowza. Here we go. Lightning Ridge black opals. Aren't they grand? Yes, yes. This one's got 227 in diamonds. That's in gold, the middle one. The other 2 are platinum. So first, choose your metal. Because platinum on the left and right's, gold in the middle. And the gold in the middle has the 227, which is by far the, yes. Okay, sure, demantoid on the hand, it's already gone. But here it is, one more time on the hand. Demantoid on the hand. Yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, but it's done. So I don't know, still hoping for the miracle that now, nope, already gone and sold and done. I could look at it all day. Such a rarity. Okay, now we're looking at our opals. 1 of a kinds each, of course. The sizes are going to be 4 carats and up. The middle is the 4 carat 03, but that's got the big diamond weight of 227. On the sides, we're looking at a 493 over here. That's the 493. The 493 is going to have a carat 24 in diamonds. And then we head over here to the 4 carat 74, right over here on the right side. It's got some reds in it too. And that's going to have a 157 diamond weight. So are we understanding that first things first, you've got at least a carat 24 or more in diamonds. There's anywhere from a carat 24 to 227 in diamond weight here. So that's impressive. They're all going to stay as they are. Janice, we've got your request coming up next. If you want to stay with me, we'll show you this. Andy, though, did you see what's happening with this ring, though? There's a reason I'm not showing this or can't show it until something's going on with that ring. So that's why that one, yeah. I don't know if you want to try to fix it, but is that the exact one she needs, or does she need an Alexandrite? Because we could always bring out the marquise from recently, or the, I think there was, yeah, the marquise would be a good one. Let's do this, guys. We've got all 3 going out at the same price because it's our Lightning Ridge Black Opal blowout. So this is where we help you and get you the best price possible and see it out the door, whichever one is your favorite. And if you do want some reds, think about that one on the right side. But to give you an idea of how large they are, let's start here, because this is, I can barely pick it up. It's like hoisting it up. We need the, it feels like it needs a crane to lift these up. Forget about the tweezers. Look at that size. This one also very large. These are dandies. And then we've got the dome style here. Let me just show them on different fingers here so we separate them a bit. Look at that. So that's how they're going to display. So this may have the largest diamond weight, but it's actually the smallest of the three as far as the center stone and then the stature of the ring. But again, platinum, platinum, and gold. You let me know. It's our lowest price ever on all three rings. Here's where they start. Oh, they start at $12,999 and up from there. We get to take it a lot lower than that, whichever one you like. So if you go for the big jumbo size, I mean, hey, you don't shy away from big jewelry. You're just going to go here with that stone that gives you a lot of really the multicolors. It's going to have the yellows and the reds and the goldens. That's a really good look. How about that? How many halos is it? 4 halos that you have. Then we've got the middle point here. That's a 227 diamond weight. And there's the other. Wow, that's got a lot of blues and greens. Again, you're still getting a carat, what, 24 on that left side. So that's the smallest diamond weight, but it's still a ton. So there's just a lot to love up here. We're going to get them out the door. It's our lowest price ever by far. I anticipate all three getting out the door. Again, I'm sorry they're not the smaller pieces. They're definitely very large pieces overall as far as their just their metal weight alone, not to mention the opals and the diamond weights. It's really giving you everything. Everything, and it's just top level. And this one's going to be the one that's finished on the inside. So if you do like that dome style, rest assured it's going to be nice and comfy for you. The other two are platinum. Let's make it even better than, no, $99.99, can't do that. We just saw a demantoid go out at the craziest value ever. We got to keep those values going. Keep them rocking. Keep it happening. Let's do better than even, oh boy, 5,000? Our largest lightning ridge stones here. Can't get over what we're doing, but we are just, I can't believe it, we're in our last now. It's 27 minutes left in our Sunday. 27 minutes only. Not a lot of time. Got to move all the pieces, and we still got a few recaps to do. And by the way, the Namibian stone is still here. The Namibian demantoid, that's the 391, $99.99, it's still here. So if you want that Namibian stone with that triangular, fancy, custom design, let me know. But take a look. Opal's got to go. They're not $49.99. They're not even, they're not even $39.99. You want to see jewelry move fast? Here's how it's going to go. As simple as I can make it, very, very important value. This is, hey, if anyone needs them for the mountings, get them for the mountings. If you need a great mounting for a big size stone, you can keep the opal and get it for the mounting and still be living with one of the best values ever. It's not even $39 or $38 or $37.99. Let's go even lower. Let's make them $37.77 while they last. That's going to be key. 3 pieces, all one onlys. You know opals never are duplicated. There are no 2 opals that are exactly alike. So you do have these as individual, one of a kind. Nobody else will be wearing your opal and nothing even close to it. Can you imagine what that would be in a retail store to get any one of those? We'll give it 60 seconds on that trio. Blowout is the name of the game here. We've had, remember the pink sapphire blowout? We had 4 of them, 3 were gone instantly. Here's the same thing, gonna be gone instantly. And what I can do is, well, I'd love to go in because it's a lot of jewelry to have up there at once. They're big pieces. So I'd love to find out which one you like the best and then zoom in on that one and show you the graphics so that you get like a mini presentation, because you really need to see, I mean, no one listens to me. I mean, no one has any idea what I'm saying. It's too much to take in. But when you've got a carat 24 in diamonds and a 227 diamond weight, and then lastly over here a carat 57 in diamonds, it's hard to take that all in when you've got 3 pieces to look at. When we get the carat weights, you'll see the deal. Yeah. Left side, you got it. So this one's the big one. No, that's the right side. My left, your right, your left, my right. Take a look at this one. Here's this. Let me give you the item number. It's 112-7496. Platinum, 493. This would be the largest of the opals, carat weight wise. It is 493 and 124 in diamonds. Those would be rounds and baguettes together. So we're verifying on this one. It's 37.77, as they all are. You pick your favorite. Largest opal carat weight is right there. It's got the dynamic blues and greens. I love that it's a big ring, but it's not as oversized as, let's say, the one on the opposite side of the screen for you. And that one will be going in a hurry, 37.77, and we'll size it for you. So if it's too big for you, too small for you now, that one's gone. Thank you so much. So that would be, again, 74.96. Jason, which one are you thinking about? You got it. That's the 227 diamond weight. This is item number 112, 1371. Let me try this on. Remember, that's finished on the inside. Do you officially have that one, Jason, or just want to see that or thinking about it? Because I'm going to show you all the different perspectives. It's got diamonds along the edges. This is the 227 diamond weight by far, one of the biggest we do in the inventory. It's a 403 center stone, got all the blues and greens we've been seeing throughout this wheel, but that is a dome style, tons of gold. Remember, it's gold, not platinum, so that's even more high value. It just is. And then you've got the 403 in the center and this just tremendous mountain of diamonds. 227 is your diamond weight and finished on the inside. So see how it's all four perspectives? Every angle shows you nothing but diamonds side to side. Isn't that something? Yeah. Of course, this is the inside. So I showed that with the under gallery because it's the only one up there with an under gallery, and there it is from the inside. And you can see it's natural through and through. All of our opals out of Australia, Lightning Ridge, they're all natural opals. There are no doublets, no triplets. That is it, okay? So it's all natural, and you see the finishing. That, again, is the solid gold option, and the other two were platinum. So this is your gold, which, again, very, very high end value to that gold now and forever. And that is probably going up. So you got already a lot of gold value there tucked into that big dome style. That one should be gone, and it is gone. Congratulations. Our last one left is the largest in the overall size of the ring. This was that large stature piece. It's the one with the reds and the yellows too. Looks like a beautiful oil painting on canvas, doesn't it? If only I was that talented to paint that beautifully as Mother Nature created this stone in nature throughout. That's going to be 112, 7494. And that's a Roval stone, large gem. It's a 474. It's got 4 different halos. First starts with the 2 round brilliant halos, then ends with the 2 baguette halos. And that is also platinum, and that's going to be 3777. Big time stone, nearly 5 carats, of course, is going to look double that. And that is our last of the trio available. Then we've got our last of the yellow diamond drop necklaces. Just want to remind you, I think we're still just down to 2 on the yellow diamond drop. That was those teardrop shapes of yellow diamonds, 5 of them, draping from your chain in 2-tone gold. We'd love to help you out there. And then let me know if you'd like that opal, and I'll try it on for you as well. And then we're going to get into the last call. We've got our last call on the yellow diamond drop. We've got that beautiful, don't forget about our moonstone pendant. We recapped that from yesterday. Got a tanzanite. We are down to 20 minutes though in the show, so there's just not a lot of time here. And then we still need to get the, I'll do a recap because there's just not much left. We've got some diamond earrings. I've got a crystal opal, a moonstone, a heart-shaped tsavorite, and a pink sapphire, and the demantoid, the Namibian demantoid. So that's what we have left in the show. So we might as well do a recap, get them all gone, and then we'll start fresh on Wednesday with more new jewelry on Wednesday night. I say Wednesday because that's our next show. Next broadcast, 5 o'clock Wednesday, 5 Pacific time, that's 8 Eastern. So keep in mind, let's try this on one more time. This one's got to go. Got to. It can't stay here. Take a look at that opal. First of all, I know it's big. So that could be the issue here, is that it's a lot larger than most any other ring I have in the inventory, but that is a very, very important piece, and the value for all that platinum and for that great big size stone and that diamond weight, 157. Very well done there, but let's move on. Got a really special look here. Just a reminder of a crystal opal I had earlier, just in case that's the mode you want to go here. This is our crystal opal. This was 112-6043. Just wanted to briefly show that again because that's a one only as well in the crystal opal, and that would be our platinum setting 579. So even a larger opal carat weight than what we just saw, and that one would be 20 points in diamonds, 5 on each side, and that will be $12.99. So we got opals of all different price points here today, and that is a beautiful, look at all the colors. I mean, it may not be a traditional black opal, but because it's got some translucency or transparency to it. So the opacity is where you get, you know, opacity in black opals. This is that bright, you can see, actually, let's see, it's full transparency because you can see the tweezers through it. See that? So you can actually see through it, but it's still got layers and layers of all these multicolors, and is that ever special? So it kind of changes based on the light you're in. You're going to see more color. It's not just blues and greens here. There's goldens and purples and reds all the way through. You just want to see it in a little lower light, and that would be everywhere, but here is lower light than the TV studio I'm standing in, so that's important. But also $12.99 when it's stacked with diamonds on the sides in the platinum. Somebody's got to get that, end of the show is here. We've got 20 minutes, actually 19 and a half minutes to go, so there's not a lot of time. This is what the opal looks like on the hand. There, see how now you're seeing the pinks and the reds and the goldens, the purples as well? That's important. So you've got a lot to love about this one, and it's from every angle. So this is giving you just great color, just like our black opals out of Lightning Ridge did a few moments ago, in which we only have one left. So that's important as well. Keep that in mind. $12.99, that's got to go. We have our last call in the yellow diamond drop necklace. It was the 5 individual pear shapes dropping from the necklace. Also, I think our emerald is still here. We had that ruby. It was our star ruby. Want to show you the moonstone again, because the moonstone is still here, right, Andy, the pear shape? I know the oval's gone, but the pear shape I think is still here. So we'll show the pear shape again. We're just going to recap what we have. Let's recap what we have showing you in the show, and then we'll make sure you've got a chance to pick up anything you're looking for. Or, oh my goodness, wait a minute, stop everything. Nope, we're not going to recap right now. We're going to do the tanzanite. I'm going to do a grand finale. I know we're not at the very last minute, but we're close. And other than this is recaps. So let me show you what we have here in the ultimate, because I just realized I have not had a blue wing the entire Sunday show. And I know that there will be a time here in the not so distant future when we never have blue wing block Ds, because we'll be out of them entirely, done and gone. So let me just give away a tanzanite here for the end of the show, so that we can't say that we didn't have one, because I really want to get this one home. I'm just going to zoom back a touch here. It's massive. It's 1129635. This was on during the sales show for $11,999. It would have been 10% off. I'll do better. It's our 6 carat 6. You guys remember this, right? It was the 660 with the 103. Pretty classic here, keeping it classic with the halo. You've got the halo and diamonds. The diamonds continue down the sides. I am beyond thrilled, beyond thrilled to share this price tag with you. And since we're running a little late on time, I am going to have to do something drastic. This is why I said grand finale. Of the new pieces, yeah. Yes, here's the inside of the platinum that houses that 5 carat 79 opal, and seeing all the way through the opal, again, transparent stone. Look at the colors even from the back side of the opal. And the scroll work, there's this really pretty scroll work that's done in the basket to lead up to where you see the stone set. This had those really great designer, nice tipped, narrowed prongs I like. And then the inside here, and this was only $12.99, by the way. So that's a big value. It's going to go. That was 6043, by the way. So that's going to be $12.99. Just recapping it, then we'll get right back to our Museum Reserve Asher. But that is an extremely important opal. And again, you're not seeing even close to the colors you're going to see in person. Yeah, I know that's hard to believe. You're going, it's going to get better than that. It does. It does get better than that. You see it in normal lighting. It gets a lot better. And you can see even that's not me, the orange glow. I mean, that's the stone. There's a golden orange element. There's a pink element, a red element. It's all there. It just, they get a little shy under these bright lights. Who can blame them? So that's it. That's the opal. $12.99 on that one. It is gorgeous. I know that seems like it couldn't be that good for that price. I know. I think the same thing. But we got to get used to that, because it's gone. Congratulations. Let's go back to this tanzanite and bring it in one more time, and then watch the price absolutely fall. It's going to drop big time. Item number here, you got it, 9635. It's our 660 over a carat in diamonds. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it can be done in any gold. Yes, we can do white, yellow, or rose for you. No problem. But you got to get it, because that was $11,999, but 10% off. So you're going, I want the 10% off. I'll help you. We're going to make it a lot better. A lot better than 10% off the $11,999. Guarantee you that. Come on in, be ready. That's what I would advise here. We have 15 minutes exactly in the show. This should be, barring any requests you have, this should be the last item that we see that's new today. But not new, because it was on there in sale. Do you know how much I had to beg to keep this here? I said, don't melt it, don't melt it. Give me one more chance with this one on the air. Should we take a look at it? Let's take a look at it. I'm going to make this so much more affordable than 10 grand. Jason, who was shopping over there? Yay. It was Mary. I like Mary's style. Where's Mary? Where's she calling from? New Jersey. Love it. Okay. She got the big opal, right? Yay, Mary. Okay, so instead of 10 grand or 9,000 or 8,000 or 7,000 or 6,000. We got 14 minutes. I got to move this. And I'm going to give you a value. I'm not doing the auction. I'm not starting at $5,000. We could do that, but then you're paying too much for what I have in mind. Because I'm thinking we need to take you lower than even 5 or 4 or $39.99. It's going lower. Call me Tanzanite lovers. Who wants a museum reserve and an Asher? Look at this on the hand. Oh, it looks like it's too big for me, but that's okay. I'm going to try it on best I can, and we're going to size it for you. Look at this. Now that's a stone. You know how difficult it is to see saturation like that throughout an Asher cut? Do you know how rare that is to not see one bit of the color waver or fade or get lighter through an Asher cut or an emerald cut because they're step facets. So usually it leaves this big void in the middle. Not here. This is, okay, and there's the on point. There's the who just hit the neon button. Who said light it up? It's not going to be $39.99. I know what to light up. We're going to light up the phone lines right now. Here it is. Last chance, last call. Boom. There it is. There you go. It won't be $39.99. I hope someone's dialing in now because I don't think anybody saw this coming. I agree. This is that value. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And remember, we don't have that many left. The Tanzanites, and I've already made the announcement earlier this week, but in case you didn't hear it, after we sell out of all the blue wings, all the Bhaktis, all the museum reserves, we're not bringing Tanzanite. We're not going, because the debate was, should we just bring the lower quality just to have some? Just to say we still have Tanzanite? No. I don't think that's responsible. I don't think it's a great idea. I don't know how I would sell it to you. It would be more money for lesser quality. Who wants that? No. You've got a limited opportunity and a tiny little window that's closing rapidly to get the blue wing block Ds. Do it now. Especially with this price tag that's not $39, $38, $37, $36, $35.99. I am giving it away. Grand finale here of our new items today, at least the ones you haven't seen yet, and then we do the recaps, and then we show you the yellow diamond necklace and a couple other things. But this has got to go, and I'm so passionate about these blue wings, and try it, because it's only $3,499. Wow! $34.99, and I've had 7 years plus of amazing blue wing block Ds right here on this show. But that's going to be a value that even historically, like retroactively, if you look at everything I've had, that's a tough one to top. And now to bring it here in this like final last hurrah of blue wing block Ds and to have it for that value of $34.99 when there's over a carat in diamonds. And that specialty cut, there's a specialty. That's not the normal oval. I mean, no offense to ovals, but that's kind of a basic cut. That's kind of expected in routine, and, you know, it's going to be found a lot. This is really unique. And to see the saturation level that has all the way through it, the reds coming through, and it's $34.99, blowing it out. That's a $12,000 TVON piece that's now under $3,500 for one caller. And we have literally 11 minutes to shop today. 11 minutes. What would you like from the show? What can't you live without? What could we get to you before we even see you on Wednesday? Like, is there something you want to shop on so you have it? By the time that I see you on Wednesday night at 5, we get you your jewelry. Like, we can do that on most items. So if we don't have to do any complicated sizing or any gold color changes, boom, we can just get it out to you. So this is where you want to shop and then start enjoying your jewelry sooner rather than later. So you have it, so you're enjoying it, so you're loving it, so you're going to all those events here at the new year feeling like a brand new person in amazing new jewelry that did not have to cost you a fortune and another fortune and another fortune. Because I'm talking about, like, if you're shopping this in retail, not only would you spend more than 12 grand, you'd spend a lot more than 12 grand even per carat. Then you'd have to pay tax, and you'd have to pay for someone to size it, and you'd have to pay for a, oh, don't even talk about gold color change. It's not even usually an option. And then if you're shopping online, oh my gosh, you'd have to have it shipped to you and all that stuff. This is where it's done. $34.99, no tax outside of California. The sizing is free, the shipping is free, the gold color change is free. Like, there's no hidden anything. If you're thinking, well, I hate when that happens because I'm a shopper, and, you know, naturally it's just, you know, the rule of the world. Suddenly, well, you pay for the price of the piece, and then suddenly there's like all these extras and these extra components, and suddenly you thought it was going to cost one thing and it ends up costing $1,000 more because you've got all the extras. Not here. That is just an extra added advantage, and it puts the sale on further sale. It makes everything incredible. And that is why, instead of saying, should I, shouldn't I, waiting, the him and the ha and this, just get it home, have us do all the work, get it to you, then you decide. That's why we do that money back guarantee. So this is how you get it for yourself or for a loved one, or maybe that's a little Valentine's treat to somebody, including yourself. Anyway, $34.99. Let's do the recap. We got a few pieces left from our 3-hour Sunday show. So I'm going to start with the yellow diamond necklace, which is going to be a last call because this is one that we started with some quantity on, and there are only 2 left. So take a look. This is going to be our item number was 10. That's the item number. 11300010. So that's the item number on the 1 carat 20 point each individual yellow diamond pear-shaped necklace. You see there are 5 draping from the chain. So they're like separate pendants. I don't know about you, but I would pay $9.99 for one pear-shaped yellow diamond pendant. This is 5 pear-shaped yellow diamond pendants all on one chain. So in one necklace, ready to wear and stunning. It's all adjustable. You can wear it 16, 17, 18 inches, wherever you want to go. It's all two-tone gold. That's the only option. These are made up, ready to go, shipping out tomorrow. So you got it in a couple of days. It's $999. That's the best part of all. It's under $1,000 to get yourself what is basically 5-in-1. It's a 5-in-1. And that is how you make a really good, smart buy today, is when you've got an entire necklace, when you know as well as I do, a solid 14 karat gold chain right now can easily run you that price with no diamonds, no workmanship, no adjustability, no lobster claw clasp, like a basic everyday chain in gold can be $900. So I'd say get it for $9.99 and you got a better than basic. You got a really elite high end. There's that big awards show tonight too. Think of all the great jewelry to look at tonight. If you're watching the red carpet, right? I think it's TVON movies, right? Another good one with all the people. So like that would be just, it's fun for us jewelry lovers to admire the jewelry that even the stars get excited to borrow for a few hours. This is the kind of look, but it makes it everyday wearable, right? It's that red carpet high style, red carpet quality, but in a style you're wearing every day, so you're not waiting for the red carpet and the ball gown, because who's doing that? I mean, that's the thing. $9.99 gets it to you. Fabulous. So just want to remind you, we have 2 left there. Let's go back to the tanzanite, and then I'll show you a couple other rings that might be available here before we go, because that's really important as well. And then let me know if you have any questions about anything you want to check on or see, not just from today, but even maybe from the weekend. We really kick it off on Friday night, and then we have that really quick, Friday night into Saturday morning into Sunday morning, and this is the big finale of our week. Remember, we don't get to shop on the show until Wednesday night at 5. So I really want to encourage you to go ahead and pick these pieces up, because like I said, a lot of these pieces you're shopping on today get to you. I'll be getting an email from you on Wednesday probably saying, I got my piece and I love it. And that's a wonderful thing. So I can't say that with everything. Sometimes it's a piece that needs gold color and that takes a few days, or sometimes it needs sizing and it's more complicated. But again, these necklaces, they don't need any sizing. They go out right away. They're ready to go. The necklaces, I think it sounds like we have one left now. I'm going to recap our demantoid, our moonstone, and our pink sapphire. Yes, we are. Any questions on anything else? Let me know what you'd like to see before we go, so we can make sure and give you a final presentation before we just run out of the airtime in general. Keep calling on the yellow. Yes, tanzanite may be gone. Okay, so it sounds like we're just verifying. I just got word we're verifying on the tanzanite. Let me also show you the moonstone that we have. It's a pear-shaped stone, and then we have the I'm going to recap the demantoid. It was the 391 demantoid out of Namibia. Take a look. Here's the moonstone. There it is. That's going to be 1129987. It's our moonstone. Rare to see it with the yellow and the white diamonds together. So you've got the double halo there, and that's really lovely. You've got a 2 carat 19 pear shape. It's also the yellow and the white diamonds in two-tone gold, and that one's down to $26.99. Let me know if you would like the last. Sounds like we are the one left on that yellow diamond drop necklace. 5 individual drops. And then, of course, that beautiful solid 2-tone gold. Also have a pink sapphire we showed you earlier. This pink sapphire is lovely. It's our Asher cut. It's our 115. This is 18 karat solid gold. It's kind of a pinky purple. Definitely feels like a rich, saturated blend of the two colors. Diamonds on the profile, diamonds in the side, and of course the pave around the platform. That would be 1128635. It is our one only carat 15 Asher cut, part of a blowout wheel, $22.99 on that one. And we will also remind you about the big demantoid. The 391 is the largest. It's out of the Namibian mine. And that's got that subtle blue green in a fancy cut trillion, almost 4 carats in size. It is down to $99.99. So there's a few of what we've had presented in the show that are still remaining. Oh, also this really rare heart-shaped tsavorite. The tsavorite's $22.99 as well. So the pink sapphire and the tsavorite, front and back, are going to be your $22.99 pieces. There's the tsavorite heart shape. Moonstone is $26.99. That's right here. And then, of course, the demantoid, almost 4 carats, out of Namibia, fancy cut trillion with the yellow diamonds. Oh, think of how pretty that would be with the yellow diamond necklace. We just had the pear shape, the 5-stone pear shape yellow diamond necklace. Well, that has also pear shaped yellow diamonds in the corners of that demantoid. That'd be a really pretty combination together. So that's a great look. And then any other questions you have before we go? What else is here? Oh, the emerald for $17.77 is here. Here's my emerald piece. This is the 1 carat Colombian emerald. This is our 1 carat Colombian. Look at that. That's a really pretty piece. Look at that. It's a great stone, isn't it? It's got that really vibrant color, so you can see how it differs from the tsavorite in the back, in that this is a little more saturated, of course, a real true emerald green, always complicated to get. A true emerald green, some diamonds. It was a minimum of 7 points. You've got a lot of gold in that one. That is here, and that's going to be $17.77 for the emerald in the wide band. And then I also have something we did not see today, but we saw yesterday, and I'm wondering if you all saw it yesterday. This ring is the floral ring. Sari floral. There is a total weight of 261 in diamonds, multicoloreds here. All, no white diamonds, just all multicolored diamonds. I probably should have shown this a lot earlier in the show. It was kind of mind-boggling to me that this even lasted, so maybe you just didn't see it yesterday, but that floral ring has 261 of fancy colors. It's a huge bit of gold. You've got 14 karat solid yellow. It stays in the yellow. It's even got a bark texture to the band itself. We have 2 minutes left, yikes. That ring in the middle, the floral, is $29.99. And I still can't get over it. So $29.99 for this ring. When you think there's, you know, moonstones and emeralds that are right around the same, I mean, come on, this is one of those values. If you love it, you call me. Take a look at it on the hand as well. First time we're seeing it today, showed it a couple of times yesterday, wanted to make sure you get a chance to have it today. That one should go, because all of our other Sari pieces from today are gone. So that one's $29.99, 261 in diamonds. The item number is 11. It's 0011. So that'll be here as well. If you'd like to go ahead and get that at the end of the show, we've got our final minute 35 left. Reminder, we're not here Monday or Tuesday with shows, so keep that in mind. We see you next on Wednesday night. Our weeknight shows Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings are from 5 to 8 Pacific. That's 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you're with us for that. I can't wait to continue putting the sale on sale, putting the new on sale, putting older blowouts together for you, the whole thing. We got so many exciting pieces coming up this week, more from designers, great new items, pieces you haven't seen ever, stones we're going to be introducing. It's a lot of fun to be with us, so make sure you never miss a show. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, 5 to 8, Saturday and Sunday daytime, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 1 to 4 Eastern. Thank you so much again for being with us. $29.99 on the floral. Anything you need help with, we're here to answer those. Yeah. Which one? The pink sapphire? You got it. Pink sapphire in the hand is right here. And that's 8635, the Asher cut. The 115, remember that ring is 18 karat solid white gold. Stays in the white gold. It's 18 karats. You get that higher purity. And that one is $22.99 only. $22.99 for that pink sapphire Asher. And look at the side profile of Pave. You're getting arches of Pave in either profile of the ring. And it really has that great Pave platform as well, with a very pinky purple type sapphire in the middle. And that one is $22.99. Let me know. $29.99 for the floral, $17.77 for the emerald, $26.99 the moonstone, $99 for the $99.99 for the demantoid, and the tsavorite in the back is also $22.99. Thanks so much for being with us today. I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and don't forget, I'll see you Wednesday night at 5.